Hello, hello, hello. Today I found some short little Yuri games to play. I found a collection of like 4 visual novels apparently. And I figured for today we'll play through them a bit. See how far we can make it through at least. They're all decently length, so they probably won't take too long. But yes, we are on the first game of the 4. This one being called simply, "My dream is to be a model, not a maid." Now I tried having this in proper full screen mode, but it was bugging out my OBS. But yes, hello Kira, welcome on in. Yeah, I had tried having this on the proper full screen earlier when I was testing it out, but it was like messing up with my OBS and it wasn't recording properly. So we're gonna have to keep it on windowed mode for this. But this should be. Let's go ahead and just hop into the game. See what kind of Yuri story we got here. I'm doing good. Just getting started with this little game today I found. It's a little collection of 4 mini stories. And I'm just gonna sit back today and enjoy them. See what kind of Yuri they got here. The door to the cafe swings shut behind me, and the bright sun blinds my eyes. I take a sip of my now lukewarm cup of coffee and walk toward the station to get to my interview. My cup is still 3/4 filled, as I was too busy admiring the hot worker working at the coffee shop to even consume my drink while I was there. I'll call her long brown hair swept to the side, one side in her black uniform. Yeah, the music has been like really nice. Like the menu music too for this one. Like I was like jammed to a while for a getting distracted. It was really nice. How dreamy. So we have Akane here. No, she was quite the sight. When was the last time I've seen someone that hot in real life? No, not just hot, handsome. How could a girl be so handsome? I wouldn't mind giving her my number. Maybe I will. I guilt to myself like a high school girl wanting to give a letter of confession. But I'll have to wait till next time I come around. I have more pressing matters to worry about today. The interval for the meeting gig isn't until 10 a.m., and I'm more than prepared for it. This is my dream I'm chasing. I've already sacrificed so much for it. I literally can't not be prepared for these interviews. Now, if only an agency would finally accept me. Can't even remember how many interviews I've been to in the past month or two. Don't I feel that one? So many interviews, they're all the same. I hand her my portfolio, get asked a bunch of questions, answer, post some and walk some, and then I leave. At this rate, I know the ins and outs of at least 15 agencies out there for all the intense research I've done. Yet I still haven't gotten a single call from any of them. However, a gut feeling in me is telling me that this is going to be the interview, the one that's going to be followed through. I just know it. I open the notes app on my phone and jot down the memo on my long to-do list, but I notice that I have less than time than I initially thought. Oh shoot. I must pick up their pace and being late for the interview and creating a bad image for myself. I swear I still had an hour left. Calm down, Akane. If you walk fast enough, you'll still make it in time. Or if you get rid of the coffee in your hand, you can run. But that'd be such a waste. I blame the barista for making me overstay at the cafe. Though how can you blame her face like hers? I chuckle and try to speed walk to the nearest station. Hey, gotta respect the girl who knows what she likes. In no time, the bus station is finally in sight. I start walking even faster in fear of missing my train. If I miss this coming train, I'm bound to be late. Although it's past rush hour, there are surprisingly still a hefty amount of people walking in and out of the station. I tuck my portfolio under my arms and search for the transit pass while rehearsing answers to potential questions. Oh, where is it? I swear I put it in the back I swear I put it back where I used it earlier. After some failed attempts of blindly feeling my bag, I use my eyes to roam around the inside roam around the inside some more and eventually spot the slim piece of plastic. There you! Oh no! What's easy? Do any of these hide the menu so I can see the full artwork? No reason to really do that. As if that wasn't enough, I was already running late. Cruel fate decided to add something extra on top of my worries. I'm sorry, I usually would continue on my way to give them such a rush, but a huge brown stain dripping from the other girl's shirt makes me freeze in place and my jaw to the floor. In my mind, I've already connected the dots of my reading comprehension sucks. I teach on to read too fast for my own ability. In my mind, I've already connected the dots as to what happened, but my eyes wandered to my now empty right hand that was holding my coffee, and then to the clothing to double check. Just how did I manage to pull all of it over her? That's simply not possible. But the sight in front of me says otherwise. From her cardigan down to her skirt, and even her heels. What used to be a clean set of outfit is now drenched in an unappealing brown liquid. My gaze travels to her eyes, and I wish they hadn't. Her face is furiously red with anger, looking like she wants to strangle me on the spot. You! Do you know just how much these clothes cost? They're my favorite clothes too! She wants to take a step toward me, and I flinch with all my flight instinct kicks in. She continues yelling at me about how I ruined her outfit, but despite how loud she's yelling at her words aren't registering in my brain because I know I'm in big trouble. When her stop comes my way and I gulp, but can't keep standing here, I'll die. That means there's one thing left to do. Run. I sprint past her like my life depended on it, which isn't an exaggeration. I can hear her furious footsteps right behind my heels, and even the station gates can't separate her from me as she falls through the electronic gates. Where are the station patrols to catch people who aren't paying when you need them? Every time I turn my head around, I'm met with her stained clothing and murderous aura. And also, just how is she running in heels? It's not that hard, depending on how high the heels are. I practically fly up the flight of stairs to my designated platform, hoping it'll slow her down. And luckily, it creates a big rift between enough for me to calm down a bit. But I can't relax just yet. Up ahead is my train, and if this doesn't get rid of her, I don't know what will. With all my running stamina, I race to the train car just as the doors are closing, finally cease this wild goose chase. Through the glass window of the train, I can see her gaze piercing right through me, and for some reason I can still sense her murderous intent even though there's just surefire barrier between us. Our eyes lock onto each other until the train starts to move, and I leave her alone, with clenched fists in far distance. I'm still catching my breath as people eye me weirdly like I'm a runaway fugitive. Ahem. I jumped on the seat and managed to properly catch my breath. What? What just happened? I almost got killed, that's what. There's no doubt. I'd be just as mad if someone were to spill coffee on me like that, especially if it were my favorite clothes. My head tilts, intuitively turns and looks to the window as if I'm expecting that woman to still be chasing me. I sigh a brief breath of relief. If it weren't for the doors and the train cart, I'd be in more trouble than just being late for my interview. What could possibly go wrong next? If I could just have one thing go right today, I just want my interview to be successful and finally get hired as a full-fledged model. That's all I ask for. I check my phone again to see how much time I have left before I can finally really have to panic. 9:40. At least there's still time is still somewhat on my side. Now that I don't have coffee in my hand anymore, I can probably make a run for the agency building and still make it in time. And while I'm running just now, I'm definitely shaved off some time. Maybe I was kind of lucky that I bumped into that girl. No, it didn't make me run and save time. All coffee somehow spilled onto her, and they let me have a drop on me. I took a look at my clothes and triple check if there's anything did land on me. But nope. Incredible. Thank you, Madam Stranger, that I spilled coffee on. Okay, at least she's happy. I don't see how this could turn wrong on her. My blood loosens up after realizing how fortunate I am despite ruining someone else's day. Now, where was with practice questions? Thank you, Tanaka-san, for coming in today. We will contact you after we have made our decision. I stand from my chair and do not agree turn. Thank you for allowing me to partake in this interview. I will take my leave now. I step into the bright sunshine once again after a 30-minute interview session with the 3 super intimidating interviewers. I've been to a fair share of interviews, but the ones usually make you feel relaxed and comfortable. Well, these guys straight up just had the poker faces on. I couldn't read their faces at all. All I know is that vibe wasn't right. It just feels like I'm not going to make it. Again, I walk towards a nearby bench and swell my arms out as if I just finished a marathon. The bench I rest on is warm in the sun's heat as the light blinds me as I stare into the sky and contemplating my life. As I expected, the interview was just like every other one I've attended. We'll contact you when we make a decision. If there's anything I've been learning in past interviews, it usually means that's rejection. There's still a chance they might, but I don't have high hopes. I can't help but sigh in disbelief. Why do I keep getting rejected? I'm hot, I'm cute, I'm pretty. What more could they ask for? I'm the perfect candidate. I've only done some side modeling for friends and small companies, and I may not be super experienced, but I'm determined to climb my way up to the top. My grip on the portfolio tightens in vain. I'm getting older by the day. As much as I want to keep chasing my dream, I think there's only a matter of time before I have to let it go. One more time. No, a few more times. I'll give it after a few more times. Maybe, even if I don't want to. But I don't have just my dreams to worry about. I gotta worry about finding a new job. If I don't land a stable modeling job to even scrape by, I better start looking for another part-time job, and this time I won't argue with the customer again, even if they're rude as hell. Not only that, the landlord is really kicking me out, and I had to find a new place in 2 weeks. Who does that? Things are just going very wrong for Akane here. Man, life sucks. Dropped to my hands and knees and buried in my arms. It's like I'm running away from home all over again. Also running away from home, that's not a great look. This sucks. Thinking my parents right after graduating high school and coming to a big city was like the best and also the worst decision of my life. It's tough as hell, but oh, the freedom and autonomy is amazing. I won't have any other way now that I've gotten a taste of it. Even though my naivety got the best of me, I still managed to find a decent place and a decently paid part-time job and survived to today. So what's stopping me now? Nothing. I sat up straight and breathed in deeply for my rediscovered courage. If I managed to find a place and job during that period of time, alone nonetheless, I could do it again now. I'm Tanaka Akane, and no one can stop me. Yeah! I shoot from the bench with a fist in the air, without caring the rest, so who's looking at me like a weirdo? I got this! Once I get home, I'm gonna make a lunch, and then I'll continue looking for places. And then look for job listings. Although I'll continue waiting for to hear back from the agencies, and maybe even possibly look for more to apply to. Hell yeah! As long as I have a game plan, I'll be set. I got all the time in the world. I shouldn't waste a sitting here moping about it. I got my portfolio and bag to the bench and put my fist in the air again. Alright, let's do this! With my newfound charge resolve, I spin on my heels to trek back home. But instead, meeting a man in a tailored suit approached me with a gleaming smile. Hi, I'm a scout from Shine Agency, and we're looking for models for our upcoming magazine issue, and you seem to be the perfect fit for the role. When I first saw you, I knew you were the right one, and I knew we just had to have you. I had him up and down, and even though he looks legit, there's a huge chance that these are some of the scammers that walk around scouting women to trick them in some sort of messed up stuff. Not to get myself in any more trouble, no matter how desperate I am for a modeling job. Here's a business card. If you're interested, please contact us as soon as possible. If we were to do some background research on us if you're doubtful, I can assure you we are a reputable and legitimate company, always doing our best to accommodate our talents and with an above-average pay. Above-average pay, you say? He offers a business card with both hands toward me and gives me another beautiful beaming smile. I guess he could be legit. He's got a business card after all. And you're not telling me to pay for anything. Maybe that could be my big break. Taking a business card wouldn't hurt, right? My hands hesitantly reach out for the card and that's handed to me. But as my fingers brush against it, a familiar, unfamiliar voice comes crashing down my hopes and dreams. Out of my way! Voice filled with anger, low, and most importantly, vengeance with an expression to match. Look who it is! Who could have seen this coming? Gotta drink here, make sure I drink it. In the blink of an eye, the man with the flame smile gets shoved to the side brutally, and I'm out with an unwanted bounty hunter. She's in a different outfit now, a sharp-looking pinstripe suit that looks more expensive than the one I destroyed. Her sharp eyes alone are enough to stab me in the chest, and not in a romantic way either. Though I'm sure she could still. I'm sure she could if she smiled sweetly instead of giving me a stink eye. But there's no way I'm getting a smile out of her anytime soon. You! Oh shit, not you again! I better immediately and I start to escape. In a split second, she lashed on my wrist tightly with no intention of letting go. You owe me for my clothes! Ow, ow! One pulls you closer to make sure I don't run off again. Her faces are just a bit too close for comfort. But what's bothering me most is her strength. Her grip is surprisingly strong. Nerves digging deep into my skin despite my long sleeves acting as a makeshift armor. You are not getting away this time! I try shaking her up, but there's no avail. She's bent on keeping me here. You not only ruined my clothes, but you made me look an absolute fool out of me. Just how are we gonna make up for everything? Look, I'm sorry for what happened earlier today, okay? I really didn't mean to bump into you like that. I just wasn't paying attention to where I was going, and it was an accident. That doesn't change the fact that you still made a mess of my clothes. Yes, I know, right? So what? Can't you just wash them? No. What do you mean no? Just throw them in the laundry. I've all of a sudden forgotten about the man earlier, and I can look for him for help. The crazy one just shuts that man plane down fast so I can call for him. I'm talking to her. Man Big flinches and shies away, shooting around her dog with his tail between its legs. Wait, no, come back! I didn't manage to get the business card yet. How could he have been a legit scouter and he could have been a legit scouter and I could have landed a gig? His figure soon becomes a mere dot as he runs from a distance, escaping the huge scene. Now I'm mad for this idiotic and childish argument having between two grown-ass women. I mirror her enraged eyes and stand up straighter, asserting my dominance. You just made me miss a potential huge opportunity. And you made me late for an important meeting for a potentially huge opportunity because you spilled coffee on me. Now pay for my damaged clothes. Ugh. God, okay, fine. If I pay up, will you freaking leave me alone? Just then a scary face pops up for him and forms a huge condescending smirk. Oh, so you want to pay up? My team's fist clenched knowingly. I probably can't even pay for a quarter of the outfit, but I just wanted nothing to do with her again. Well, I go with anticipation. Originally, I didn't ask in retrospect, like how I wish I didn't bump into her in the first place. Can't be that bad, right? 760,000 yen. What? My eyes opened as wide as the Mariana Trench. I couldn't believe my ears. 760,000 yen? Who is this rich girl? The solemn brown jacket was 300,000 yen. The Alejandro McKean purse was 250,000 yen. Comme de Filier shirt, 60,000 yen. Bottega Benetta skirt, 100,000. And Jimmy Kudo Swede heels, 50,000 yen. Which you meant to spill your coffee all over. I almost sprang from hearing the price tag from each article of clothing. You actually remembered each price tag? Jeez. You're joking. You're telling me she was wearing designer brands from head to toe? There's absolutely no way I can afford to pay her back for all that. I barely have enough money to pay for rent and not to pay 760,000 yen for someone else? I'm screwed. That's why I can't even fight back. I shouldn't. I don't have that kind of money, at least not now. Or ever. I don't have a job anymore. How am I supposed to fork up that amount of money? I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I don't have money enough in my savings. Then how are we gonna pay for all the damage? I knew it was a huge accident, but if she can afford to buy all that, she can buy it again, can't she? What's the important in bullying someone poorer than you to pay for your shirt? I don't know. All I know is I don't have that money right now. Either you give me some time or you figure something else out. In one attempt to get out of the mess, I try to wiggle my out of her grasp, think I can run away, but it's no use. I'm trapped. Maybe crying and getting my pity points might make her more willing to give me a lighter sentence. Besides, I actually do want to cry right now. I try to bring out my crocodile tears, but her phone starts ringing. Mikao Aoi speaking. Mikao Aoi, huh? Even the way she answers the phone sounds like a stuck-up rich girl kid's way of answering. Whatever that means. Unfortunately, I can't hear what the other person on the line saying, but it sounds like something fishy's up. Not gonna lie. I told you not to go in! Oh, shut up. Why don't you do it for me then, since you're there already? I just don't have the time. Alright, I'll find someone. Oh, drama. The rich girl aggressively hangs out the stairs at the floor with furrowed brows, looking distressed as she the sidewalk did something bad to her. Her hand is holding onto my arm, but with a tighter grip. Thinking that this can be my chance to escape once and for all, I take a step backwards, but her eyes dart toward me, suddenly freezing me in place. I step back with a nervous expression, and I expect her to resume yelling at me again, but her eyes widen like she reached an epiphany. She pulls closer again, and with a somewhat evil-looking smile, and speaks in a stern but calmer manner. You don't have the money, right? Fine. You can pay me back in another way. Pay me back in another way? What could it be? With my body? She's hot, but I don't want to bang her. Anyway, in what way can a random bum like me pay her back without using money? What if she's the daughter of a well-known fashion designer, and this just so happens to be my bag, and this just so happens to be my bag. It happened to be in search of a model because of the one that called went AWOL, and now she asked me to be a model for something? Oh my god, I can pay her back without breaking a sweat if that's the case. My face lights up, not knowing how I may have imagined too much. Maid, model! Well, seems to be a bit of confusion here. Huh? It's a perfect plan. She points a finger at me with a smile and never thought she could show. You're gonna be my maid until you pay off what you owe me. My hopes and dreams have been shattered yet once again. What are you talking about? Well, I need a maid to clean up and cook for me, because I can't do either of those. Only because I'm too busy with work. If there's an award for the most unamused and deadpan face, I'd win. So you're telling me to do volunteer work as your maid? It's technically not volunteer work, you're earning money, but the money goes to paying back your debt. She's gone bonkers. What kind of sane person would agree with that? And being a maid doesn't sound that bad. Like, how bad could it be? How long do I have to be your maid for? I'm not gonna live my life as some housemaid. My dream is to be a model, not a maid. Roll credits, that's the name of the game. Yay! Then pay up, easy as that. I... That sly smirk of hers appears again, knowing that she's right. And honestly, she's just mocking me at this point. I hate this pompous, spoiled, spoon-fed bitch so much. My teeth grind in anger, especially because I have nothing to argue with. I feel so pathetic. It feels as if accepting the offer and this is the only way out of this... and it's so frustrating. Ugh. Cooking and cleaning, I mean, I'm pretty much decent at both, but... How long do you expect me to work for? I'm not planning on being your maid for my entire life, you know that, right? Let's see... Minimum wage is about 1,000 yen. And let's say you work a regular 8 hours per day. That means you'll be getting 8,000 per day. Most of that for roughly 30 days, and you get 240,000 per month. Your total pay is... your total to repay is 760,000, so a little more than 3 months. Or more specifically, 95 days. It takes me a while to get a grasp of the numbers flying over my head, but what she says seems to make sense. I think. Whatever, I'll calculate when I get home. But as I start thinking more deeply about the whole job offer, is it worth it? Would it be better than just find a normal job and pay her back like a normal person would? I either do that or be her maid and cook and clean for her, and that's it. Wait, that didn't sound too bad at all. I assume she's living alone, right? Then it should be quite easy, no? Her is staring intently at me with a determined look. Does she really think that's a good idea? All I have to do is cook and clean, is that correct? Her expression remains the same even while answering. Correct. My eyes close as I breathe in a deep breath, calming myself down as I triple think my answer. It's only 3 months. It might sound long, but I'm sure it'll pass by in a blink of an eye. There's no going back. Fine. I'll be your maid. Good answer. The girl sinisterly flashed a smirk, but I managed to wipe it off in an instant. Under one condition. Brow twitches in annoyance, clearly fed up with me as I answer her, as I am with her. Her words come out in a low tone, accompanied by a slight growl in her voice. You're in no position to give any conditions. Give me a place to stay. Without paying attention to her, I hand her my one condition, and if she wants me to accept the deal. Her confused looks makes me want to smile, but I don't don the face of a businesswoman. A place to stay? You already owe me money, and you have the audacity to ask for me to pay for a place for you to stay? Not just any place. Your place. Let me say your place while I'm your maid. Her eyes squint at my proposal, clearly about to refuse it. I'm not going to let her. If I play my cards right, I can save time and money if I get her to let me live with her. I prefer not to have a roommate, but I'd rather that than stress over finding a new place. I wouldn't have to worry about rent for the next 3 months. Woo! That is if you take my bait. Think about it, Mikao-san. If I get to live with you, I can clean and cook in a flash. There'll be no need for transit, so you won't have to wait for me to get to your house. What if there's traffic? Your dinner won't be ready in time, your laundry won't be done. Now isn't that inconvenient? If that doesn't convince her, I don't know what will. I know no one likes roommates, trust me, I don't either. But think about it. You'll be getting the most bang out of your buck. Her eyebrows furrow as she looks around. I can almost hear the cogs turning in her head. Only the sounds of passing vehicles and pass-by surrounding us as she makes her decision. If she's a smart businesswoman, she has to take it. There's no reason not to. Once her eyes meet for what feels like a billion time, she slowly nods. Okay, fine. But know just one thing. A maid is all you are while you're living with me. Don't you dare poke your nose in my business. My free hand I hold up while I'm starting to show that I'm not hostile. No problem. Hook, line, and sinker. Yes, I don't have to worry about rushing to look for a place to live for the time being. Look, She holds out her phone towards me with a note-taking app, ready for me to type. Give me your current address and I'll have the movers come over to the next 2 days. Now are we moving a bit too fast? You don't even know my name yet. Write your name down along with your address then. She's no fun. My new master is still holding onto my wrist, probably afraid I run away again, so I fill in my details skillfully with one hand. Now can you let go of my wrist? It's hurting a lot. The tension around my wrist is finally freed, but I don't think might be a bruise. I think there might be a bruise tomorrow. Phone's now put away safely in her purse, and she looks at me with a small smirk. See you soon, Tanaka-san. And with that, she saunters away from me, disappearing in the parked car nearby. The black car drives away promptly, leaving me in the dust, with only my shadow and I. I stand there like an idiot. I decided to pinch myself on the cheek, see if this is all a dream or not. Ow. So I should only be a maid starting from tomorrow. Cooking, cleaning. I'd like to think I'm a bit above average at both, considering I've been living by myself for the past 6 years. But will it reach the expectations of a princess? Who knows? It can't be that hard, right? I think I'm walking to the station, mentally prepared to live a new life temporarily. It's gonna be a long 3 months. Once the afternoon comes around, an agent comes over from the moving company, and we discuss what needs to be moved, left, and discarded. He uses a tablet and checks off the items in my room. Most of the electric appliances are staying. It's mostly clothes, cutlery, and little things I've acquired. I promise myself not to buy too many unnecessary things, especially since I barely have enough room in this one room kitchen apartment. I was looking to clearly have it already furnished with my necessary electric appliances, so all I have to do was buy my bed, closet, and a little drawers here and there. He tells me about the procedure that's going to happen tomorrow, and all I can do is nod and smile because it's all under control by the company. All I have to do is watch and maybe direct them if questions are asked. I'm excited, but also nervous. I'm counting down the hours when my life is going to turn 180 degrees. Me? A maid? I still can't believe it. For the rest of today, I continue my job hunting, all while taking one last look at the rundown apartment. It's super shabby, old and small, but I lived here for the past 6 years. An old sentiment. It was the best deal at the time, especially for a fresh 18-year-old that just moved to Tokyo. I couldn't complain. Now I'm getting kicked out. But hey, I still got a roof over my head for the next 3 months. I hope her place is nice. Though I shouldn't get used to living in a luxurious condo where I have to revert back to a cheap whole apartment and after the whole chick. I can't help but wonder though, what would it be like living with a princess like her? Guess we'll find out tomorrow. The next morning. Next morning comes by rather quickly. I wake up on the time for the movers to come by and pack my stuff, and they do it professionally and timely. They immediately pack my stuff in the boxes and move right into the truck outside with ease. They're also super helpful, always telling me important things before they pack items. In no time they finish moving and are already en route to Mikao-san's condo. I'll let this Rita kiss the place goodbye and head on over myself. Except, I don't know where she lives. Because I never got her address. I heard the door and catch one of the movers and get the address. The truck is already long gone. What am I gonna do? Just then a car honk sounds behind me and I jump back and sock. Behind me is a sleek-looking black car pulling up next to me slowly. The driver gets out in the seat and opens the door for me as I stand there, bewildered. Is this part of the moving service too? Tanaka-san, Mikao Ojo-sama has requested that I escort you to her condominium. Oh well, I'll get a chauffeur to my new place. She's spoiling me. Without further ado, I step in the car and promptly make my way to the new temporary home. Tanaka-san, we have arrived. Butler pulls up to the curb in front of the tall modern building and steps out of the car. Even as I open the car and get out, I'm too busy marveling at the building and its surroundings. It has to be one of the most luxurious areas around the city. Tall buildings and towers loom over the area, and although it seems busy, the streets are quaint and quiet. This way, Tanaka-san. So white in here. Jeez, where's the color? As the butler beckons me to follow him, I study the entranceway of her condo building and notice a path of blue cloth laid out that sports the moving company's logo. The movers that were previously at my house are now working hard to move myself into this place. We carefully evade them so we don't interrupt the workflow and buzz through the intercom to reach Mikawa-san. After a brief conversation between the builder and Mikawa-san, we go into an unoccupied elevator up to the 20th floor. The elevator is mainly silent, aside from the elevator whirring, but the butler suddenly speaks up. Please treat Mikawa Ojo-san with care, Tanaka-san. She might look like it, but she is quite the fragile person. She didn't seem the least bit fragile at all when I first met her, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. I trust the butler more than I do her, if I'm being honest. The elevator rings and the door opens to a blue protective guards on the walls and floors, gently scratching the movers. Butler stays in the elevator and waves goodbye to me as he leaves alone the hallway instead of sending me off to the lion's den. I towards the open door and find Mikawa-san directing the movers. That's not the only thing I find. Upon laying my eyes on the door, what I expected to be a luxurious-looking home turned out to be a luxurious landfill. Don't get me wrong, everything about the apartment looks nice as hell, but the amount of garbage and clothes lying around everywhere is a sight. Not a good one for that. Bottles with plastic and glass are strewn around the living room. Kitchen is a hot mess of takeout cartons and bags. Couch and dinner chairs are being used as clothes hangers, and delivery boxes are lying about everywhere. My eyes and mouth open wide, and I look around to make new employer for an explanation. Damn, girl, you live like this? She looks away and bites her finger, clearly in shame. Don't ask. Aside from the pot's garbage, the place is already really nice. The windows in the living room go from floor to ceiling, lighting up the place even more with the natural sunlight, and the view is absolutely breathtaking. Through the windows are a sea of buildings and other towers that surround the area in the distance, and in the distance you can see Tokyo Tower. Even though the residence isn't the biggest, it's still quite spacious compared to what I assume most condos are. She probably doesn't need a place bigger than this if she's living by herself. Take a peek into my room where the movers are still meticulously placing things and rebuilding the bed. Thankfully it's much cleaner than in there than out here. I never use that room, so now it's your bedroom. Thanks, I guess. It won't assume to clean, that's for sure. In a matter of less than an hour, everything's perfectly placed in my new spacious room, and the movers bids goodbye. Now all that's left is me, the rich girl, and the ransacked living quarters. Here. Toss me a key fob and a credit card, and I take it with almost care like it's a treasure that could be broken if handled incorrectly. The credit card is only for you to buy groceries and cleaning supplies. Don't you even dare think about buying unnecessary things. I can check what you bought. I totally plan to get away with this credit card, can't I? Nah, just kidding. Unless... Yes, Mikao-san. Just Aoi would do. I'm not a big fan of formalities, especially if we're going to be living together for the next 3 months. I shrugged her casual outlook and just go with it. Then, Aoi, just how long have you been living here for a luxurious dwelling to turn into this? I just my hands for the monstrosity that is her place. Hell on earth? A week and a half? A week and it looks like this! Not even 2 weeks and it looks like this! Girl, come on! And it already looks like a garbage dump? Okay, I had a housewarming party and I was too busy cleaning up, that's all. Was that in the first week or second week? Right. I take one look at the work I had to get to. So let's get started. Where are your garbage bags? I don't have any. Then where do you leave your garbage? Just on the floor? Okay, then do you have a vacuum, a broom, a mop? She shakes her head again. I'm not only worried, I'm also highly disappointed. Take me to the nearest home appliance store now. This girl's useless. Do we really need all this? With all this mess, we should have brought even more. I dropped the bag's cleaning supplies on a spot that's actually visible on the floor, and began taking out each cleaning instrument. She paused soon lines out the various items on the floor next to mine. Vacuum, check. Gloves, check. Garbage bags, check. Pet duster, check. Rags, check. Everything else, check. Hey, I'm gonna go change into more comfortable clothing real quick, and then we can get to work. You mean you can get to work? I have stuff to do. I'll be in my room. Call me if you need anything. I opened my mouth to rebut, but she has a point, and I was hired to do this after all. I saw as I watched her back face me and waltzed into her room, leaving me alone with the mountain garbage. Does your room need cleaning too? No, it's fine. Doubtful, but I won't press further because I already have much more I can handle out here. Alright, let's get this party started. Is that an instant noodle cup right on the stove directly? 4 hours later. That's the last of it. I dropped the dirty cloth into the kitchen sink and admire my work of art from every nook and cranny is now sparkling clean. All the clothes lying around now in large baskets waiting to be washed, and every bottle can be sorted into its respective batch. Maybe I should go for special, huh? I wipe the sweat off my forehead and pat myself on the back. To reward myself, I can crack on a can of beer. I'll just carry it over from my own fridge at my own place and chug it down. That hits the spot. I walk to the huge window and take the breathtaking view outside. The skies are clear with only minimal amounts of clouds breezing by, allowing the sun to relentlessly shine upon the city. Sunshine bounces off the walls, tall buildings and its windows, making it brighter than it actually is with its glare. Scanning down below the sky, the people and cars look like ants marching through the concrete jungle. Even the rooftops are in vast buildings. It fascinates me. I take a sip of the cold beer in my hand, look back at the spotless living room. Maybe it isn't so bad after all. Cleaning and cooking for someone that they can barely see because they're so busy. Is this what a housewife feels like? My eyes wander through a closed door and I can't help but wonder what she's up to. The time on the wall catches my eye and I realize that half my day has already flown by. 4:55. Dinner time is nearing. What should I to eat, I wonder? From the evidence left on the heap of trash, I'd say cup noodles. But now that I'm here, there's no need for cup noodles. I walk up to the door and knock at it for attention. What is it? What do you want for dinner? I need to go out and get green tea if you want something super fancy. I'm fine with whatever. That's surprising. I thought she'd be more picky. Really? You sure about that? Yes. Maybe she's just too busy to care. No, that's fine by me. I'll go to the fridge and look at what's available since I brought over plenty of ingredients from what I had in my own apartment. Even with my stuff for the interior, her fridge looks lacking and empty. Ground beef, some onions. That's like hamburger safe. You can't go wrong with that. Not to mention that I actually have the ingredients here. Let's hope she's okay with that. Hopefully she has no allergies. That feels like something you should mention if you're gonna have someone cook for you. Throughout the entire time of preparing and cooking, I only didn't come out for a room for even a second. Since I'm actually living alone, I'm just cooking for me and my imaginary friend. Also, I'm super glad all my cooking pots and pans are here, or else we'd be having takeout for dinner. How does she not even have cooking equipment whatsoever? I guess she moved in recently, but has only been eating out and stuff. But come on, she couldn't possibly have planned on never cooking, right? The clock strikes 6 p.m. I finished garnishing the classic dish, and of course, taking aesthetic pictures and upload to Instagram. Alright, now I call that dragon out, we're done. I'll go up to her door and knock on it 3 times loudly. Now, dinner's ready, so you can... And then said the door opens wide and I meet her face to face with a strong staring with her staring into my soul. My eyes wander behind her as she sees the room. Her room is just as messy as it was out here. What with the clothes lying around in her books and papers. Before I could thoroughly inspect the rest of her room, she moved past me and closed the door, aware that I'm snooping. Feeling slightly abashed for being caught looking around, I followed behind her to the dinner table. She pauses midway and surveys the surrounding scenery in her house. Wow. Her head turns to me with eyes wide open, visibly impressed. You did all this? Of course, I'm a professional cleaner, but I may not be a professional cleaner, but I can do my fair share of housekeeping. I have my doubts about you since you look like the type to care about your nails too much to clean properly, but you proved me wrong. Well, I know what want to do their best to clean up when they owe someone 760,000 yen. She ignores me when the scent of the hamburger set lands on her, and leads her to the dining table, sitting herself down in front of it. And you cooked this too? No, Gordon Ramsay made it. According to her unamused face, she doesn't find my sarcasm funny. I'm not able to hide my cheeky smile though, but I follow suit and sit across from her in front of my own plate of food. I know I'm cooking best, so I know what it tastes like already. And I let her take the honors of eat first to gauge her reaction. This is my first time cooking. This is my first time cooking for a rich person. I don't know if it's on par with what they usually eat. I mean, she's been living off cup noodles, so I can't imagine she has very high standards. If this doesn't fly with her, then I really have to start sharpening my culinary skills to appease her. Though not like I'd mind since I'm pretty much free for most of the time now, but I don't know if I can handle the pressure. The fork in her hand slides through the glazed soft patty and brings it to her mouth. For some reason, I become nervous at the thought of her feedback, as if I'm on a cutthroat cooking show. I gulp as she swallows, and I nearly stop breathing. She freezes in place, staring at me at the meat patty on her plate. What's wrong? Does it taste bad? I help myself to a bite, but it tastes perfectly fine, at least to me. If it tastes bad, then it's delicious. Her eyes light up like fireworks, and she begins to scarf down the rest of her plate to dinner. Whoa, calm down, you're gonna choke. Seeing her enjoy the meal like a child makes me giggle a bit because of the contrast compared to her usual self. Not to mention she likes the food. Makes me feel super accomplished, like someone likes my cooking. And letting her cook for myself in this validation feels very nice. Her speech slows down as she leans as she learns to savor the taste and she smiles. She can smile. Who knew what she was capable of that? As I thought, she looks much softer and approachable when she's smiling, a bit contrast to what I'm used to. However, she really tries to hide it for some reason. Sorry for some outbursts, it's just that I haven't had a home-cooked meal for a very long time. She's still much in weight, and I take the chance to learn more about her. I'm living with her for the next 3 months, it's only natural, right? But don't your butlers and maids cook you good food? On the light of the dining table, I can see a hint of sadness in her eyes. It's not the same. A brief moment of solemn silence, but she easily brings the mood back up. But you're not going to unlock my sad backstory just yet. Start saying I had possibility of unlocking it down the road. A spark forms on her face as she scoffs and looks away in amusement before letting her blue eyes on me again. Actually, don't even think about it. Alright then, Mysterious-san. The room goes back to being silent apart from the clicking of silverware against plates from the both of us. Usually I try to get rid of any awkward silences, but I'm too tired from Team Try right now. Ally finishes her dinner, then I proceed to leave her, and then proceeds to leave me alone again. But I stop her midway. Wait, before you go, give me your number online. Oh, sorry, I don't get my line on the first date. My eyes roll at her attempted sarcasm. Come on, you know that's not what I meant. Besides, you're not my type. I give her a smug smile as I shoot back with my own banter. Good, I don't date my maids. We'll see about that. Shows up her hand as I give her my phone number and for her to input give her my phone to input her number. Oh, and also I need to know your daily and weekly schedule, your allergies if you have any food you won't eat, or your workplace. Her eyes look up from my phone and raise an eyebrow in a questioning manner. It's so I know when to wake you up to make you breakfast and what to pack for your lunch, and when you'll be back for dinner. Questioning face still remains unchanged, staring at me like I'm bizarre. If I'm going to be a maid, I might as well be a good one. Now with it. She turned my phone with me to me and crossed her arms. Now looking like a serious businesswoman once again, especially in that suit of hers. I work at White Lila's Corporation from Mondays to Friday. Monday to Wednesday at the company building, while Thursday and Friday at home. Though there are times when I might go to work on weekends. I wake up at 7 every morning and leave by 8 a.m. Get home at around 5:30 p.m. or later, depending on the day. I'll let you know if I'm coming home late. I eat practically anything and anything. I'm not picky either, no allergy whatsoever. Do you need anything else, Mom? Do you need anything else, Mom? I scrambled to type all the information on my phone, praying I didn't miss any details. No, daughter, that's all for now, thank you. Good, I'll be in my room then if you need me. Do you always hold yourself up in your room? She was early and looking back at me. Only when I feel like it. Maybe she's just awkward. Maybe she's just, big tsundere, possibly. And with that, she's gone. I time to bring a plates to sink and start cleaning. As I have a somewhat normal conversation with Aoi, I noticed something. Now she reminds me of a cat coming. She reminds me of a cat coming and going as she pleases and being a snarky brat sometimes. Cats are cuter than she'll ever be. But I better get used to this. 3 months. What specifically did she say again? 95 days? 95 days with this bratty cat. I knew I was always more of a dog person. It's been fun so far. Casual story. Day 5 of 95. I'm bored. It's only been 5 days and I already become bored of this lifestyle. Being situated in Aoyama, one of the wealthiest neighborhoods around, means that it's filled with high-end fashion boutiques and restaurants. But I don't have the money to buy anything worthy. The only thing I can do is look. I love window shopping, but I don't get bored of doing that every day. I thought having this much free time would be a blast, but I've already explored the local area and have seen as much as I could. There's the option of job and house hunting all day, but that's tiring. If there isn't anything other than the scourging the internet, cooking or cleaning, isn't there something else I could do other than scourging the internet, cooking or cleaning I could do? Now I kind of regret the decision and would rather have a part-time job. At least I wouldn't have to be earning actual money to spend. If I were to spend now, I'd have to use my money in my savings since her credit card is off limits from her big personal purchases. That means the money in my savings can only be used for when I find something really cute. But everything looks cute when you don't have the money to spend. My body sprawls on the loud couch and with my head hanging on the armrest in defeat. All my friends are busy on the weekends too, spending time with their boyfriends or whatever, and leaving me, the single me, to my lonesome. Must be nice having a boyfriend to buy things and go on cute dates with. Maybe I can drive her out one day and someone get her to buy me something. Even though I was upside down, I always close the room door sparks an idea in my head, shimmy me up right from the couch. Today's day off, isn't it? Should drag her out and get her to take me somewhere. I'll be on the guise of her needing fresh air. My hands rub together malevolently, like a fly on the wall, and I quickly get to put my plan to action. I walk up to her room and put up my ear to the door, trying to eavesdrop on what she's doing. However, nothing can be heard, not even the sound of her typing on her paper flipping. Is she sleeping? I look at time on my phone, it's 1:24 p.m. Did you have food come over from lunch or something? I didn't make more than I was supposed to because the recipe yielded more servings than I anticipated. Does she know it's not a good idea to sleep on a full stomach? It is her day off, and after all, she probably just tries to catch up on sleep whenever she can. I don't know why, but I have the urge just to barge in and wake her up like a toddler, just so I can get her to take me out of this prison, even if temporarily. But then again, the door suddenly swings open mid-thought, without warning, scaring me, and I start scaring her. Ah! Oh! What are you doing from a door like that? I was just passing by and noticed that the great quality of this dark wooden door. Yes, wow! Aspect of an expensive condo. Gives me a judging look and passing by. You're weird. My spell's probably crooked and stiff, but she took the lie. Says the one who's always confined to her room. Holly heads to the kitchen and grabs a glass of water, making me wonder if she should bring up the topic of going out or not. The hesitancy stems from her cold, icy atmosphere, and I just know she's going to refuse the offer. She quickly heads back to her room, and right before the door closes, I bring up the courage to ask her, "Hey, you wanna go out somewhere?" Holly looks at me with a quizzical face, like I just asked the dumbest question on earth. No. And the door slams in my face without even giving me a chance to appeal to her verdict. Well, darn, rejected. Wait! I pounded into her door, desperate for some company on this boring day. We'll go somewhere interesting, I promise. I know all the good spots. I can show you the world. I can show you the world. No! You need fresh air anyway. You can't always be stuck in your room. This time it's not a word I said when I just get left on red in real life. I signed defeat and cursed at myself. Why didn't I even bother trying? I already knew this would be the outcome. Fine, I'll just go by myself and have fun. By myself. I speak loudly as I head to my own room, get ready, making sure she hears me as I spite her. After changing, I pass by her room, giving her a chance to giving her one more chance before I leave. I'm leaving. Last warning. If you want to come out with me, you better get your ass out here now. No response. Oh, whatever. Who cares about her? I do like Akane's fashion outfit. It looks very nice. Day 18 of 95. 2.5 weeks have passed by now, and I've grown accustomed to this maid life. Or rather, housewife life. All I do is cook lately anyway. Not like I need to clean every day. Once breakfast in her bento is made, and Allie's off to work, I just sit at home with all the time in the world until dinner time. But to be honest, Allie is still shut up, and the only thing I know about her is her Netflix password. And which I've learned to take advantage of to kill time with, along with a free gym downstairs. Life here is still just as boring, but I've learned to not mind it as much anymore. One thing that still irks me though, and that's me still not having a person to clean her room yet, which makes it seem like she has something big secret in there that I can't know about. At first I didn't care about not cleaning her room, but now that I've become obsessed with keeping the place clean, I'm itching to have every room clean, including hers. I need a new hobby. Hey, can you pass me the popcorn? T flashes to two people awkwardly trying to talk about the relationship going towards. Lack of music in reality TV shows is slowly lulling when you see the advancing drama between the two stars. Imagine an almost empty old popcorn across the couch and stifle a huge yawn. You don't have to watch with me, you know. Not like I have anything else to do. Actually, I don't seem to be typed to watch shows like these. Me neither, but I overheard some of my coworkers talking about it and decided to give it a try, and now I'm hooked. The show's a bit old now, but I've heard it's even had some huge concert in the newest season, but I guess it doesn't stop people from watching it. I still glance at Aoi, and despite her sitting on the opposite end of the couch, it's easy to see that she's completely absorbed in the world's real-life TV show. Her eyes are glued to the screen, and her type of eye sits upright as if whatever's going on is super interesting. I disagree, but seeing how much she likes the show, I won't rain her a parade. When she's in her pajamas, she looks like an ordinary girl. An ordinary girl is just bringing her binging on her favorite show at night. A cute ordinary girl. Oh, you're getting progress. In the past few weeks, I begin to see her more and more like a roommate than an employer. She's not as bad as I thought after all. Stop staring at me now. I'm not telling you back to the TV, not embarrassed at all about being caught staring. How could I stare at such a beautiful girl right next to me? Say, pretty lady, how about leaving this club and going home with me, Piece of popcorn hits my arm as I laugh out loud at the success of annoying her. Is that how I pick up people at the club? Oh, don't get it wrong, I don't pick up people, people pick me up. Oh, is that so? Oh, you know I get plenty of free drinks thanks to that. Then you should take me to the club next time. I wouldn't mind seeing some free drinks. I broke up getting psyched at the idea of bring this workaholic to a club. For real? Hey, if you're serious, I be down to go when you're free. I know those best spots. Alex shuts off the TV and gets up to her room while chuckling coldly at me. I wasn't serious. I follow her footsteps and try to convince her to have some fun. It'll give me an excuse to go party again. Come on, have you ever been? It's fun, trust me. She opens her door and leans against the doorway, stopping me in my tracks. Oh, are you primal? We can talk about going to the club in our time. I'm more interested in getting some sleep than partying. Lame. She's got me excited for no reason. As I'm about to turn around and retreat back to my own room, the mess in her room catches my eye. I tiptoe over to the bed, look inside. Your room is still a mess. Can I please clean it for you? No. Shirley tries to shut the door, but I prevent it from the weight of my body against it. Why not? No. Just let me in. I push the door open wide enough. I force my way through the gap and enter to her dismay. She trembles to hide the side of her with her body, but it's already too late. Her room was full of you now, and I didn't think it could get any worse than the first time I saw it. Amounts of papers and books plagued her desk, and hordes of clothes lying on the floor. A bunch of other accessories and random objects also occupy the floor, creating light landmines for anyone's foot. There are tons of boxes situated around too, probably from when she first moved in. How does she even sleep at night like this? There's no point in putting it off anymore. You need to sort this mess. But no buts. What are you, a 5-year-old? I storm into her room and start picking up her clothes, all avoiding the stepping on the various items tossed on the floor. Why don't you want me to clean your room anyway? Are you hiding something? No. Then let me clean it. I just don't like when people enter my room. Besides, I know where everything is, so just leave it alone. As your maid, I simply can't. This was just washed. This was just washed. I recognize it. Why didn't you hang this up? My goodness. I looked at her for an answer, but all she does is to sit in her office chair and sulk with her arms and legs crossed. I shakes his disappointment as I roll my eyes at her. Is this because she was spoiled her entire life? I open her closet and it's somewhat cleaner than the rest of the room. I silently face her, thinking of a reason to entice her to clean. How about this? I clean right now while you're here, so you know where every single thing will be even after it's cleaned up and put away. A daughter of a rich CEO that's going to take her father's place in one day should not be living like this. Who's to say that they can't? Well, okay, fine, but I'm not one to judge. But since I'm already here, I might as well do my job. Overtime isn't scheduled in your debt repayment. She has a point, it's already 11 PM, so I'm technically off the clock. Then I look around in the room, I absolutely can't stand it anymore. I continue to pick up clothes and start my overtime. I don't care, I just feel bad for you. You can't possibly work well in this environment. How do I get things done while you're working from home? I just do. Okay, Superwoman. I begin sorting through the clothes and start folding them or hanging them. I keep whatever ones that need to be laundered in a neat pile on the floor. While I work on your clothes, you can start sorting out the things you need and don't need on your desk. I'll help you make it look neater once I'm done everything else on your floor. You're already doing much more than what you're meant to do. Usually people just do the bare minimum. I didn't ask you to clean my room yet you're willing to offer to clean it. Work smarter, not harder. Even I don't know why. Maybe it's just because your room feels like a dark cloud over the rest of the sparkling bright abode. It was irking me. She sorts through her papers on the table as she slowly as she replies. Don't breath this in my place. Don't go too attached to it now. I know. As I dealing with her ridiculous sea of clothes, I moved onto the various objects on the floor. There were singular earrings scattered on the floor. So that's where I was looking for it. Maybe take that motivation to keep cleaning your room, to keep your room clean. She turns the missing earring into a box of jewelry on her vanity. I'm really usually not this messy. Moving and just made it messy. All I meant to do was just get everything out of the boxes. You sure love making excuses. Tossed me a piece of paper at me, letting it square on my forehead. Ah, watch it, my face is my moneymaker. Calm down, just paper. Paper cuts exist, hello. Her eyes roll at me, and then she goes back to her desk. There's so many boxes in here. Did you not hire a moving company to help you pack and unpack your things neatly? Basically, my cousin convinced me to move everything myself for the experience, but I should have spent money instead of listening to her. And I freaking regret it. Your cousin's got a point. A small golden picture on the frame of the floor catches my eye. Pick it up for examination. The frame is decorative and expensive looking, even though it seems rather old and scratched. I flip over and see a small girl smiling widely with missing teeth, standing between what might be her parents. The family photo looks so normal, yet out of place in this princess's living quarters. Wow, is this you? You look so different. What happened to you? Sheesh. Before I experience examining it any longer, her footsteps thump toward me, and I always swipes the picture from my hands. The picture gets buried in her chest, guarded by her arms along with her vicious glare. Don't touch that. I shrink away, knowing that I probably looked at something sensitive. Whoa, sorry. She can't blame me, though. I was lying there. Even now, she's super secretive about her family and past for some reason. I go back to picking up stuff on the floor and I'm more mindful about what I look at. Sounds pretty just make the awkwardness worse, but thanks to my pace picks up. Thanks to it, my pace picks up and I leave the situation faster. Only words just says, where does this go? Over there, here, yeah, our exchange. But it's those words that answers. But it's those one-word answers that make the awkwardness even worse. So begins to look more like a floor. She continues to sulk at our desk. She can't stop me since this whole picture ordeal. I look over my shoulder to her, still mindlessly flicking through her documents. The progress on her desk is slowly advancing, but I still nowhere compared to the progress I made in the rest of the room. Only her open cardboard boxes that lie scattered on the stack to the left are left to deal with. What's this weird air between us? I best to flatten them out outside and leave her to her own devices. Now to ask her if she wants to do them or not. I don't really know when to approach her though. I gather in her box start to ask, but she speaks first. Sorry. Her sudden apology surprised me, and for a second I forget why she's apologizing. I didn't mean to blow up like that earlier. Was she mulling over that the entire time? How cute. Things like that make me think she's actually not a bad person, just misunderstood, and bad at communicating. I should not make that serious because I wasn't really offended anyway. I chuckled and brushed off. Don't worry about it. But, say, do you want to keep these boxes? I'll flatten them and toss them. Oh, I don't need them. Alrighty. With my arms and hands full of cardboard boxes, I make my way out the door and seeing that my mission is complete. Her room is clean as can be, except for some sweeping to do, but that can be wait for another day. I think it's enough for tonight since it's already so late. Wait, what about my desk? She fears I wouldn't stop me from leaving, but it doesn't have the crass tone that she usually uses. Instead, it harbors more of a lonely feeling. It makes me feel like I'm abandoning a puppy. I glance at her worried face and then at her desk. It's getting pretty late and both of us have to get up early. Not to mention I'm tired as hell, especially after that long, big cleanup. Nothing her desk isn't too bad. Like, isn't bad looking since she's been picking up and organizing it for the past hour or so. But I'm not gonna lie, it's still an eyesore. Oh, it could be your homework. Homework? I flashed a big toothy smile at her. Yep, I'll leave cleaning your desk to you. Wait, what? And so then, I'm a genius. Just do your best to make it and clean it, keep it clean, and I'll evaluate you maybe for whatever the next time I step into your room if you ever let that happen. Are you serious? You gotta start learning how to clean. I'm not gonna be living here forever. I laugh as I exit her room and close it to prevent her from protesting. They're getting closer. We're getting somewhere. Somewhere I can already imagine her looking pissed as heck right in there right now, despite looking out like a sad puppy just minutes ago. I place the boxes in the living room with plans to flatten them out tomorrow. It's already 1:30 a.m. and I'm beat. My feet carry me into my bed and my body naturally flumps onto the mattress. I think back to the task I assigned her earlier. Was I asking too much of her? No way. She's a grown woman. She was maybe very busy, but she still has to take responsibility for the messes she makes. It'll be a good change for her. Though I guess I can step in if she really can't do it. No, I have to have faith in her. The leading her with such a simple task makes me laugh. I sometimes feel like I'm incredibly understanding of her. She's daughter of a CEO for a big company, on her way to become the CEO in the near future. And she still can't keep her own house clean. What is she gonna do without me? What am I thinking? She can just hire an actual maid. My heavy eyes soon close, slowly running my brain of any maidly duties. Making progress. Day 37 of 95. Roughly 1 month has passed by now, meaning we're 1/3 or so through this charade. I'm surprised she hasn't realized that I'm practically freeloading. I gladly cook and clean just to continue having a roof over my head and food on the table. If she's content, I'm not complaining, even if she can get a little difficult at times. I think she's warming up to me, slowly. My eyes opened to the blind sunlight shining through the big windows that scorched the living room as I was napping. The TV's still on, featuring some sort of comedy program that with timestamp on the corner, reading 9:38 a.m. I rub to sleep for my eyes and get to turn on the air conditioning before I burn alive. I searched for the air conditioner remote. I noticed the lunch bag sat on the kitchen island. She forgot our lunch. I probably went toward the abandoned vento and slumped in disbelief. All the hard work only to be left uneaten. I bring it over to the fridge, but as I open the fridge door, a Yuri woman strikes me. If she didn't bring her lunch with her, then I can just ask to bring it to her, can't I? Perfect, that way I can stoop around and see if she looks like I were. I laugh to myself as well as I laughed to myself at my well-thought-out plan. Get changed and quickly get to delivering Allie her lunch. According to Google Maps, this should be the place. The tall glass buildings look stunning, but amidst all the other towers, it looks the same. A big logo, presumably that of the company, sits on the top entrance of the doors to distinguish it from the rest of the otherwise corporate buildings. The entire air is filled with people in business suits going in and out. I kind of wish I had dressed in a tiny bit more classy. I'm sticking out like a sore thumb. Despite people giving me weird looks, I proceed through the big doors and go to the front desk to ask for Aoi. The receptionist looks at me with an unamused, unassuming look, even though I look out of place. She's probably seen worse. Excuse me, I'm looking for Mikawa Aoi-san. May I ask what reason you're asking for her? Do you have an appointment scheduled? Well, I'm her maid. She got some important documents and she told me to hand deliver it to her personally. Unfortunately, I didn't schedule an appointment. Her skeptical eyes look at me up and down. I can tell she's about to tell me to leave, but I interrupt her train of thought. Just tell her that Tanaka Akane is here for her, please. The receptionist gives in to my request, dialing for Aoi on the phone. Mikao-san, you have a guest here looking for you called Tanaka Akane. She seems important. Yes, ma'am. She'll be up in a moment. The woman puts her phone down and tells me to wait for an escort to bring me up. I give her a warm smile and thank for her generously complying with me. Are you Tanaka Akane-san? Yes, that's me. If you'll follow me, I'll bring you to Mikao-san's office. Man in the dark gray suit escorts me to the elevator and tries to make small talk, in which I don't really have any interest in partaking. Mikao-san doesn't have any visitors aside from probably corporate partners meetings, and once not, it's so surprising to see someone so different someone different come visit her. Oh, is that so? Yes, though didn't think she'd be inviting a friend over to her workplace. Well, I can help but allow nervous laugh due to the fact that she absolutely did not invite me. Here's the first for everything. Don't tell her I said this, but it seems like she's been... Don't tell her I said this, but it makes her seem like an actual human rather than a robot. Is that so? Helen doesn't show her more expressive side at work as much as she does at home. I'm sure she has life outside of work, but she can be quite scary sometimes, during meetings and such. I think the speculation about her not having a life outside of work is true, seeing that she's always cooped up in her room doing God knows what. All I do is laugh along with it at his light-hearted observations about Aoi because I don't want to tarnish her image more than she already has by being a scary higher-up. Say, are you gonna be coming around more often? It's interesting to see someone like you in this monotonous place. Well, if you already someone to show you around, I'm here. I'm your guy. Oh, yeah, I don't think I'll be around after today. I'm just here to drop off some docu. Elevator door opens and the elevator dings and the door opens to an infuriated Aoi personally waiting for us. If I'd allow me to say thank you to the man, Aoi grabs my hand and pulls me along to her office. Well, everyone stares at me with the commotion. Whew. Was getting a little strained after all this reading. I got dragged through her huge doors, clearly signifying that it's an important room for an important person. The door slammed shut and she looked at me with the eyes I'm all too familiar with. It feels like deja vu. Why are you here? I don't dare look at her furious woman. I don't even dare look at the furious woman in front of me, afraid that she's going to drill her anger through me with just her eyes. My hands filled idly with the handles on my bag, knowing I'd probably stepped over the line where I shouldn't have. It's been a while since I've seen her this mad, last time being when I first met her. You forgot your lunch, so I came to deliver it to you. She looks down at my hands, holding the lunch bag, and her anger subsides a bit. Her body becomes less stiff and relaxed a bit, though though she face palms and looks shake her head. You could have left that at home. I would have brought something out for lunch instead. As your maid, it is my duty to see that you are eating healthily. I face palms again, this time harder, and walks around her desk to slump in her chair. Okay then, just leave it here and get home. I do she has a place to the lunch bag on our desk, but it doesn't hurt to stay out for longer, right? The room's decoration catches my attention, and I start parading around the multitude of books lined up on the shelves. Oh, don't be like that. How about you give me a little billing tour? Her eyes squint, physically asking me if I'm for real. Does it look like I have the time? You can make time. Quit playing around, Akane, just go home. In utmost desperation, I go up to her and put on my best puppy eyes, aiming to win her heart through that door. I didn't push up my breasts and my arms though I don't know how much of an effect it'll have on the woman. But owie, pretty please. I can see her eyes travel down to my round ass as she starts to blush like mad. So it does have that effect on her. Despite my annoying features, she grabs my shoulder and gently pushes me an arm's length away from her and looks that way, flustered. Just go home. Not getting up yet. My hands sneak up to her and I pull myself even closer, leaving no space between us. But Allie, I know nothing about you so far. I would love to get to know you like you and your company up close and personal since I'm here already. Child told in my laughter when she looks like she's about to combust. Her blue eyes are wavering, unsure whether to look at, clearly trying to avoid my chest and lips. I felt she's this close to getting into my request, but some knock suddenly sounded on the door, causing her to jerk her in shock and wake up from her trance. I pushed me away and stands out, straightening her suit. Yes, come in. The man earlier from the elevator comes in and asks Allie to check something over. CEO's daughter is still visibly flustered despite her attempt to straight face. Akane, you can leave now, please. Seeing her all embarrassed gets a giggle out of me. I think that's enough out of her for today, so I take the win and back off. We're flustering her for making progress. This is good. As per her request, I leave the premises and make my way home in the summer heat. I don't understand how everyone around us is surviving those business suits. Right as I take the steps through the door, my phone rings and a name I haven't seen in quite a while appears on the screen. Hey, long time no see! You have to come meet me at the usual spot to catch up. Much of us started going shopping and then some for coffee today. Right now, I hold my phone away from my ear to see the time. It's 12:10 p.m. I got loads of time to kill, why not? I'll be there in a bit. Don't start the party without me. It's not like I'll be doing anything better at home. Time to hear some tea. Score 1 for Akane. And so I broke up with him because he was lying and cheating. He's a lying and cheating asshole. I don't even know what I saw in him. And here I was, the one to get married to him. I told you it was trash from the beginning, and now you pay the price. Oh, whatever. I'm over it. At least I can meet new people and play around. Single life is the best, I'm telling ya. What about you, Akane? Have you found anyone yet? No, I'm too busy right now anyway. What are you up to nowadays anyway? You're not really updating me on Instagram lately. All I see is food. Don't forget that nice view she posted a while ago. Just who are you living with to have such a crazy view of Tokyo? Yeah, you're totally dating some hot shot. I nervously laughed and tried my best to answer her without giving out my entire situation. It was a little embarrassing to be admitting that I had to be someone's makeshift maid to pay off damages. Oh, I'm just helping a friend, being there for a friend, yeah, she's going through some tough stuff right now, so I'm just there to help her out and get back on her feet. I have to make sure she eats properly and helping her out with the house chores and stuff. I'm technically not lying about that. Oh, yikes, hope she feels better soon. At least she's living in a bougie house right now. Huh, yeah, it's pretty nice. I know, did you hear about... This conversation over random topic continued until late afternoon. My phone screen flashes with this message notification online. I always just spit take when I see Allie's name along with the time. Without knowing, it's already 6:12 p.m. Where'd the time go? Oh dear lord. Guys, I gotta head out, sorry. Huh, but we have so much still more tea spill. So I'll probably be free to stay a little longer next time. Save the tea for then. I slap $2,000 bill on the table and rush out of there, knowing I'm not gonna get a beating once I get home. We were doing so well today. We were doing so well in trying to win her over. Then we got damaged her reputation like that. Instead of taking the usual transit method of train, I tried a little bit faster to just hail a cab down. However, that ended up being a bad choice. 5 minutes after the cab starts driving, the traffic starts picking up and I'm stuck in a traffic jam. To make things worse, my phone just dies before I can even hit the send button until I know I'll be late due to the traffic jam. What luck. I lean against the window to the cab and mentally prepare myself for whatever's gonna come once I reach home. And I now thank the car by being so long so I can delay the consequences of me staying out too late and forgetting her dinner. Oh god, I don't even have food for her. Guess I'll just whip up a quick meal right as I step into the doorway. As she's still willing to eat. I haven't made a blunder like this in so long though. She'll forgive me. I still don't give up on making excuses. I'll just have to take whatever she throws at me. The door opens with a beep and I suddenly lock up while taking off my shoes. I then heard to put away my shopping bags and but to my surprise, I see Al at the dining table with the cup noodles. You're home early. I got hungry, so I made dinner without you. I sat up in place and locked my eyes with her reluctantly, but despite her words dripping with sarcasm, I don't sense any hostility. In fact, I don't feel anything at all, just a blank stare that soon drops back down to her cup of noodles. I take the opportunity to put myself away and then join her again at the dinner table with my own cup noodles. Looks like I have come home at the right time. The electric boiler shows that the water's still freshly boiled. After I rehydrate the noodles and pour them in the seasoning packet, I join Allie at the table. What happened to making sure I eat properly? Oh, well, cup noodles once in a while doesn't hurt. Also, I'm sorry about being late. Some of my friends invited me to go out for lunch and shopping. And then when you called earlier, I tried to get home as fast as I possibly could, so I took a taxi, but then there's a huge traffic jam, and then my phone died, so I couldn't let you know. My explanation went into one ear and out the other, didn't it? I thought she was uninterested, but as I studied her demeanor, I noticed her looking more tired than usual. Thought she didn't blow at me for being late? The stillness in the air continues to linger, but my noisiness gets the better of me, and I try to strike a conversation. Did something happen at work today? Allie heavily sighs and keeps her eyes down. Don't remind me. She puts out her chopstick and crosses her arm. We lost a big business partner because of the dumbest reason ever. Now we have to find another supplier, and we have to find an adequate one fast. You should have given me a building tour. I could have been your lucky star. But no, you'd have to kick me out. So funny. You most likely did not have anything to do with the outcome. And just thinking about it gives me a headache. Yeah, I can see with all the white hair you're growing. I don't have white hair. Do I? She pulls out her phone camera app and makes it mirror and tries to check for any. Nope, I can see it sensing it growing in sooner or later. My reassurance calms her down as she puts her phone down on her heavy sigh. Her hands go back to the chopsticks and starts munching away again. Speaking of white hair, though, how old are you anyway? I don't think I ever asked. Me? She came out and mumbles the answer like a kid. 24. I was choking from her answer. 24! Yeah, what's wrong? I thought you were older than that. Like, what's with your soon-to-be CEO, what we were soon-to-be CEO status? Yes, I'm the heir to CEO position, but not anytime soon. Too soon, at least I hope, and not anytime soon. But what? I thought you were older. What? How? I'm supposed to be looking as young as possible. What do you mean you thought I was older? I thought I might not be young. But 24 ain't old either. Both our faces have O-shaped mouths staring at each other with bug eyes. Then we soon erupt into fit laughter over our silly misconception. Well, you're my age, huh? You sure have a lot on your hands right now for a 24-year-old. All you do is work. You don't even have time to go out for fun and relax. Your 20s are your youth, and here you are slaving away as a corporate slave. Don't you have something else to do we want to do, like a passion hobby or something? A dream to pursue? Something that isn't the CEO of your dad's company? I don't know. I never had anything that I was interested in, and since the opportunity was there, I took over the company. I just thought I just took it to and made it my dream. And perhaps goal is more of a fitting word. Poor thing, using a precious time on work life. She doesn't even know if what she truly wants to. You really can't just book by its cover, huh? Her eyes turn soft and cast downwards, showing a more tender side. There's one thing I envy about you, it's your resolve to chase your dream. Just that? What about my body and face? I'm practically pretty desirable, if I do say so myself. I still need to flip my hair and pose confidently and jest. But to be fair, you have to give some credit for yourself too. Even though you're just working for your dad and getting ready to take over his position, you're still working real hard at it, aren't you? We're the same age, yet you're leagues ahead of me. Like I said, you do nothing but work. Just proves how hard working you're working towards your goal, no? Her eyes are a bit wide as she chuckles lightly, most likely seeing her efforts in a new light. I'm astounded at how smart you just sound just now. Wow, that's a very backhanded compliment. Even in times like these, she can be snarky as hell. Okay, I'll take that as a compliment. Grass is growing on their side, I suppose. Alice slowly picks up the empty cup of noodles in front of her and puts chopsticks, and I'm surprised she hadn't gone up and left yet, but I'm not gonna complain. It's rather nice talking to her like this. Say, with so much going on, how do you even relax? I don't. Don't you have any friends to hang out with or something do something from time to time? I used to, until I became incredibly busy with the company. I slowly drifted away from all of them, many things to do and worry about. So what you're saying is, you don't have any friends. Do online friends count? I got one at least. I don't. At this point I can feel my noodles getting cold, but it doesn't matter. I feel a step closer to making Allie open up. I don't know why I want to, but since it'll be nothing but strangers after 2 months. It's because I'm finally unraveling her mysterious unknown backstory? I don't know, but she's growing on me. Somehow. Then I'll be your friend. Her reaction isn't what I anticipated, but as she laughs out loud, please don't pity me. I'm not. I'm being genuine. She shows me for a moment as if I'm see if I'm actually serious or not. A bitter smile appears on her face as she stares at her empty cup again. Why would you want to be friends with me? All I do is scream at you and make you play housemaid for me because I can't cook and do my own cleaning. Well, you haven't been screaming at me much the past few weeks. Even today, I was surprised you at your office and you didn't. Okay, you seem kind of mad, but you're nowhere near the same old anger you had when I first met you. You also love me when I just got home just now, though maybe it's because you have more important matters at hand, but that's besides the point. I think you're improving. She stares at me again with questioning eyes, but it seems I've come off convincing enough for her to process the thoughts and accept the fact that I don't mind being friends with her. Or if being friends is too much to handle, then I could just be someone you can confide in. How about that? A tinge of pink colors to her face, and she looks really bashfully, but she replies in a barely audible mumble. Thanks. Oh, she's getting cute now. She's getting cute. We're getting to that dairy under the soon. Oh, ha! What a tsundere. Called it. Just let me know when you're free, cause I'm your girl to spice things up. Coffee, shopping, driving, drinking. I'm down for anything. Just say the word. You know, as long as you're paying as long as you're paying, cause I don't have an income. Sure. I think it's up with the garbage, throws it away properly, earning a shocked face for me. Usually she just leaves her finished dish at the table. What's got into her? Is she finally learning? Oh my god, it's like watching my child grow up. After leaving a pair of chopsticks in the sink, she makes her way to the room and pauses before heading in. Do you still want to watch Patio House later tonight? I was never invited to the show, but the more I watch it, the more I've come to like it. And I feel like Patio House is the only time she ever gets to not think about work. So why wouldn't I be down? Always. And with that, she disappears into her room, and I finish my cold noodles. Cold noodles, gross. But we're getting closer. Later that night. A dark and starry night out in the bright living room. We sit on our usual spots on the sofa, with our eyes stuck on the screen, playing the episode that we last left off on Patio House. It's been a weekly thing now, watching Patio House together, or at least whenever Allie has time at night, usually on weekends. The show's beginning to get interesting as I become more attached to the multiple characters living in the house together. Kinda reminds you of Allie and me. The mellow mood of the show used to bore me, but it's become somewhat relaxing and I can appreciate the pace of the show, as well as the panel in their camaraderie. Scene cuts to the set panel and they begin to their usual comments about the people in question. Just then Allie says something, but my attention was more on the panelists instead. Did you really mean it? Did you really mean what you said earlier during dinner about being my friend? And that catches my attention. You're still cynical about that? Why would I lie to you? I don't know. Yes, of course I meant it. But you know, we can go back to be strictly employer or maid relationship if that's what you feel. If you're still uneasy about it. That's not it. I looks at me with a face that screams she's still unsure. Should I give you a kiss of friendship to show you how serious I am? Come here. With the help of a small space between us, I lunge at her at her newly defensive self and with an exaggerated kissy face. She lightly screams after being caught off guard and tries her best to back up from me. Wait, no, okay, I get it, you're serious, now stay away. I keep moving towards her while keeping a straight face, but I'm about to burst out in laughter any second now. Ooh, this is good. Oh, come on, let's solidify our friendship with a rite of passage. I continue my prank while keep cornering her, but she suddenly comes to a stop thanks to the constant armrest, and I was pay attention to, and in a flash. Oh! There we go, that's what I like to see. The distance between us closes as our lips abruptly meet each other. Let's go! This is what we came here for! Her white eyes and frozen body mirror my own, both of us not moving knowing what just happened. The TV gets drowned out as my mind trying to process the sudden turn of events. As what seemed like centuries, I hastily pick back up from both of us and cover our mouths, shocked at our accidental kiss. Ellie's face is red as traffic light, even though our hands are covering half of it. Her brows are furrowed with confusion. Voices on the TV are starting to tune in again, snapping me back into reality. We somehow accidentally kissed. Ooh, this music is so really nice. Feels like the kind of thing you play during during certain times, yeah. This game has great music, seriously. To air out the awkward air, I play off as a joke, which it initially was. Well, I guess our friendship pact is officially formed. I hope it wasn't your first kiss. Whatever that was. I don't look away because let's be real, we could make eye contact then with each other and never interact. Nah. Who could make eye contact with someone they never intended to kiss in the first place? Her lack of response forced me to look at her though, but her eyes immediately over to the side. Don't tell me that really was your... Or else for even more, give me my answer. You idiot. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to take your first kiss. And she slinks away and claims that she is going to bed, still covering her beet red face. Once she's gone, I slunk down the couch and stared blankly at the TV. The episode's still in the middle of playing, showing the two celebrities coincidentally sharing a kiss. Much like the thought that was like, what? The one that just happened earlier. Except theirs is, no accident. I quickly turned off TV out of embarrassment as I recall kissing Allie earlier. The temperature rises in my face. I shake my head, trying to get rid of it to subside, but it doesn't work. It was just an accident. A mishap. So why am I getting embarrassed all of a sudden? Liking this. Day 65 of 95. I stifled a big yawn and put my laptop on the coffee table. It's only 3 p.m. right now, but why does it feel like it's been 3 p.m. for the longest time? Why is it getting dry and it feels like my air conditioning isn't working as well as it's supposed to? It's feeling kind of warm, but also cold at the same time. Weird. She's getting sick. We're gonna have a sick arc. I was already predicting that from the start. After hours of staring at the laptop screen, I'm getting a little lightheaded. I get up to pour myself a glass of water, but getting up makes me feel woozy, and my heavy body ends up back on the couch again. It won't hurt to lie down a bit, right? There's still some time left before I have to make dinner. Oh, but I have to go grocery shopping. Maybe I can do that tomorrow instead? I'm feeling super tired. I think all I need is a little nap. I'll be sure to wake up on time to get a quick dinner. My eyelids feel... Heavy eyelids can barely stay open as I fall prey to the slumber in a matter of seconds. When I fly awake, the bright lights in the room cause my migraines to worsen even more. The migraines suck. I've only had a few in my life before, and they are miserable. The pounding in my head is all I can focus on. My brain shrivels with every beat. However, a burning smell immediately thrusts my mind back into motion. Did they still burn earlier? Is this place engulfed in flames? I suddenly panic and check my surroundings, but instead of seeing fire, I see a wet towel fall from my head and a figure in the kitchen. My head breathing calms down after identifying Allie in the kitchen, but the panic rises again when I realize that she's in the kitchen doing kitchen things when she never does kitchen things. Ow! At the speed of light, I practically leap from the couch and check if she's hurt herself. Allie! Fortunately, there's no blood gushing from anywhere, but she's holding her fingers in her mouth and looking at me with teary eyes. Her fingers covered in bandages, causing me to think of the damage she could have done elsewhere. I look around the kitchen and it looks like an absolute war zone. But I saw a bowl of what seems to be rice porridge on the counter. Did you make that for me? You shouldn't be up. You have a fever. I do? Allie leans her head in, and for a moment I think she's trying to kiss me, but then her forehead's touching, and I almost faint from the minor misunderstanding. You're still putting up. Go back to the couch. Huh? I get escorted to whence I came. She sits me down, and I hurriedly bring my towel of rice porridge to me. The bowl sits in front of me with a coffee table, and at first glance it looks completely edible. I almost think my eyes are playing tricks on me. This must be the first time she's ever cooked, right? And she gets it down to a T? I mean, judging by the smoke we were smelling earlier and the bandages she has, so it's probably not to a T cleanly, at least. I look at her with shocked eyes. You made this? Yes, I tried. I used a simple recipe online and I followed each instruction properly, so it should be decent. But then I never cooked before, so I put away the tray of the rice portion on my lap and scoop up a spoonful. If it was a simple recipe, then she shouldn't have messed it up, right? Here goes nothing. I let the spoon to my face. I can smell the burnt aroma of the rice porridge, and any sort of expectations vastly disappear. Despite the smell, I put the spoon in my mouth and taste her hard work. So, how is it? It's burnt and salty as hell, but it's not inedible. But her anticipating face, it makes it hard for me to break it to her. But just that one word, Shelly freezes out my answer. So it's bad. No, it's not bad, it's just, a little burnt and a little too salty. Alice's shoulders slump in dejection. But it's not bad, trust me, it's not bad at all. I mean, for a first-timer, wow. I bring her spoonful in the mouth and swallow it with ease, hoping to show Allie that it really isn't inedible. You don't have to continue eating. I'm going to because it's fine, and besides you spent so much effort on this. How can I just toss it away? I'm not one to waste food. I'm thankful that you even tried to help me recover. I don't know when I got this fever, but gosh, it's a pain in the ass. But I think it's died down now. Say, did you eat? I'll make you something. Go make you something quick. I suddenly moved to get to my job, but she dragged me back down on the couch. Sit. You still have a fever going on, and just rest for a while. Don't worry me for the time being. Worry about yourself. Get to bed early tonight, and don't concern yourself with my breakfast and lunch tomorrow. What are you gonna eat then? Sorry about food. What else? I'd rather you rest up for my next couple of days than have my maid go to the hospital. I back down after she scolds me slightly. I continue eating the homemade rice porridge. I forgot how scary she can sound. I resume eating my mediocre meal in silence, but I can't help but notice the chef's intense stare. I'll see next to me, and she continues to monitor me intently with each spoonful. Can you stop watching me eat? It's making me nervous. Make sure you don't randomly faint, and you get to prep properly after eating. Speaking of which, you should stop eating that garbage. It's fine, seriously, and I'm not gonna faint out of nowhere. I'm sure my fever is dying down. I touch my forehead to confirm. Nah, I can't tell. I'll personally escort you to bed if I need to. What else are you gonna do? Sleep? What else are you gonna do? Sleep with me too? No. I see how discomposed she automatically becomes after one mere suggestion. I proceeded toward the kitchen, laid the bowl in the sink, as well as everything else she used to cook earlier. They get clean tomorrow. I'm ordered to go to sleep early anyway. The clock on my microwave reads 8:57 p.m. I didn't notice until now how early it still is. You know, if I tried to, I'd probably still be rolling around in bed and unable to sleep. But maybe this excruciating headache will help, though it's deadly as can be. I reach the counter where the painkillers are and take 2 tablets while chugging a glass of water down. Might have been a bad idea to finish all that salty rice porridge. But how could I not? It was Allie's first dish. If I couldn't let her efforts go to waste like that. She cares so much about making her happy. Not letting her efforts go to waste. Allie then comes up next to me and badgers me with question after question. Do you need anything? Do I need to go and get a store for anything for you? Do you need more medicine? I'll go buy you some food when you wake up. Allie, calm down. I don't need anything. Frank tells me she's not convinced, but I really don't need anything else. All I need is to get some good sleep. But seeing her wear like that makes me want to tease her a bit. Though it would be nice if I had a comfier or expensive bed to sleep in. I'd probably sleep a lot better, you know. Surprised one like she has the best solution to my problem. You can sleep in my bed tonight. I'm taking back how fast she answered that question. No hesitation whatsoever. What? If it'll help you get better, that is. I mean, I need you to get better so you can quickly go back to your duties. I was joking. Besides, I'd pass a fever to you if I were sleeping in the same bed. Same bed? I was sleeping in your bed or the couch if you slept with mine. Huh? At the moment, it finally occurs to me that I've gravely misunderstood. My face burns intently and it isn't because of the fever. I turn away from her out of embarrassment and mentally slap myself in the face. What else? I don't like to assume we'd be sleeping together. Maybe just sleeping in the same bed flashed across my head. I could try to push it out. Are you okay? I spat on her face that are already inches apart. Honestly, I back up and nearly knocked down something on the counter. Akane, I'm going to sleep now. Good night. Oh, this is getting good. Loving this. This has been really nice, though. I really do like the story. It's simple but fun. That's how it's described, and I'm very happy with what I'm getting here. I literally run past her and go straight to my bedroom, throwing myself onto the bed in hopes that I can hit my head on the headboard and knock myself out. Unfortunately, I'm still conscious. I always close up face is still in my head, and it makes me remember that one time when we accidentally kissed. I bury my head in my pillow and block out all the strange thoughts floating in my head. What's gotten into me? Seriously? Why am I so self-conscious about Ellie now? Do I feel so bad that it's melting my brain? I was probably acting so suspicious back just then. Oh, I hate this. It must be a fever. It has to be. Day 80 of 95. Oh, we're getting close to the end. I take a big stretch and crack my back after a few hours of sitting at my desk. Now looking in the apartment hunting department yet again. I think either a price too high or in a place that's too inconvenient. Oh, this majorly sucks. It's only 15 days before the whole maid thing's done with. If I don't find a place by then, I'll probably be sleeping on the streets. 15 days, huh? When I think about it, for some reason I'm feeling a bit sad when hypothetically I should be happy. These past months have been a roller coaster, but it was so comfortable living with her here. Might have been gotten too accustomed to this place. And Aoi, I can't rest easy knowing that she's gonna be living alone again soon. Will she be alright? Oh, she cares, she cares. She's caring so old now. I turned off my laptop and reached for the phone and checked the time. 1:54 a.m. Oh, almost 2 in the morning. I need to stop sleeping so late. That can't be good, babe. That can't possibly be good for my skin. A little sign head towards the bed, but my growl for my stomach starts begging for attention. You can't eat this late, Akane. Absolutely not. Maybe that's the water can trick my stomach into thinking I'm eating. Or is this being too naive? Either I get up and travel to the kitchen for a glass of water. I didn't really walk in the hallway. I saw a dark figure at the dining table. Is that a ghost? No way. I panicked, saw my tracks, but for inspection, it's only Aoi. Oh, Aoi, you scared the crap out of me. So why are you still sitting in the dark like this? It's my life, for God's sake. No, just leave it. Aoi shocks me and holds me back from lying out the room. I pour myself a glass of water and sit in the seat across from her. She's curled up in a chair, chin tucked between her knees and looking down at the table. A bottle of wine rests on the table, glass half full of the bitter red liquid. Were you drinking? I was about to, but until you interrupted me. Even when the curtains are drawn, the moonlight begins to cascade its light into the open room, allowing me to make out Aoi's shiny eyes. She swirls the glass with her wine slowly and with her hands, but ends up leaving it on the table without even taking a sip. I gave her frozen face a worried look. Wait, Aoi, were you crying? She looked promptly and denies my accusation. No. Not believing a lie, I quickly walk up to her to cup her face in my hands. A better look to confirm my suspicions. Stop that! I can see now this tear stains on her rosy cheeks more clearly. You totally were. She grabs her hand off her and scowls at them from the embarrassment of getting caught and lying. Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? No. You know, bottling up your emotions like that isn't good for your... It's just gonna kill you faster. Good. No, it's not good. Talking about it would help a lot. Trust me, it's good to at least get off your chest a bit. After some coaxing, she lets out a big tired sigh and starts spilling her troubles. It's nothing really, just work stuff. What about work stuff? It's just... I'm tired and stressed. There's so much going on right now in the company, and there's so many decisions to make, exceptions to meet, expectations to meet. I'm afraid I'm not cut out for this anymore. It was easy at first, but as time goes on and the pressure is getting higher and higher, I'm gonna be running a huge multi-millionaire company sometime soon in the future. I know I'm not the one making the most important decisions yet, but the tasks are still daunting. I'm trying my best, but I'm always afraid my best isn't good enough. She bares her arms she bares her head in her arms and knees, and soon the sniffles follow, showing that she's crying again. Holy shit, she's crying. What do I do? I awkwardly hug her and pat her back, hoping that it wouldn't be somewhat comforting. There, you'll be okay. I have no idea if those words would mean anything to her right now, but unfortunately it's the best I can do at the moment. The last thing I thought I'd be doing is consoling this usually haughty girl. After a few minutes, she becomes quiet and slowly pushes me away. I watch her stand up from a fetal position and wipe her tears vigorously on the back of her hand. Sorry, I didn't mean to suddenly break down like that. I look pathetic, don't I? She briskly storms to her room without waiting for an answer. I catch up and grab onto her hand, preventing her from fleeing. In contrast to when she first held me hostage, Aoi's hands are warm and tender, almost as if they'd break if I held on them too tightly. She freezes in place and turns her head around with a shocked expression, displaying her puffy red eyes. No, you don't. It's only normal to cry from time to time. Especially with all that you have on your plate right now. Aoi bites her quivering lip as she turns away from me again, proud to stop her tears from spilling up again. I can tell she's trying to warm her way out of mine, but that only makes me solidify my grip on her even more. Let's go. Her full attention on me again, now with the raised eyebrows, giving me a questioning look. Go? I'll take you somewhere, so grab your car keys and let's go. Go where? It's 2 in the morning right now, you're crazy. Just trust me. I look into her eyes with a sense of determination to show I'm serious, not just joking around. Her eyes are filled with worry and doubt, contemplating whether or not to agree. After a long moment of reluctance, she slowly gives in. It's better be worth it. You won't regret it. Soon after, we both change out of our pajamas and head into the dead of the night. She's not gonna be still wearing a suit, is she? Does she have any more casual clothes? Oh, she does. The view of the sea is starting to become more visible even in the dark night as we near our destination. Ellie finds a dark parking spot nearby, and as I marvel at the huge unoccupied beach before us. Not a single soul is around, as if the beach was reserved only for us. This music too is really nice. The only thing greeting us is the crashing of the waves and the fresh, fishy smell of the seawater. The beach. I look at the car door once we step out in the heated summer air. The waves rock back and forth, splashing the sand with its chilly waters. I eagerly drag the just hesitant Ellie down the steps and toward the warm, untouched sand. Why'd you bring me to the beach? Just because. You need some fresh air. I try to kick off my flip-flops and into the shallow waters I go. The cold sea water hitting against my legs helps cool down the warm summer temperature, telling me to splash around. I turn around to Ellie and beckon her to join me. Come on, the water feels amazing! Ellie rolls her eyes, but chuckles and eventually gives in to my pleas. She removes her shoes and rushes toward me, while kicking a huge splash of water at me. My body shivers from the sudden mini shower. She laughs out loud and prepares to drench me again, but I retaliate and give her a taste of her own medicine. Ha! Come here, you! I try to flee, but the resistance of the water slows me down, and eventually get caught in a huge splash on my back. We continue splashing and chasing each other in the empty sea, to the point where both of us are nearly drenched. Once our mini playtime session is over, we stop to catch our breaths under the night sky with the wee waves and gently surrounding our cabs. Seeing Ellie able to gently laugh and have some fun relieves me, knowing that she can forget about her worries, albeit temporarily. I stare out into the void, where the thousands of buildings and lights illuminate the abyss-like ocean. Ah! I want to be a model! Where can I get hired? I shout atop my lungs toward the night horizon. That's the one question that's always on my mind. The emptiness causes my voice to echo, but delivers it to no one but the fishes in the sea. I look to Allie, who's sporting wide-open eyes, encouraging her to do the same. Try it. I always help you distress in the town in its own mysterious way. Allie's face screams skeptical. She looks at the endless water hesitantly, and only the lows of the waves are heard. A moment later, she opens her mouth wide and follows my example. Ah! I hate all this pressure and all the expectations! I really stressed! Just like earlier, only the waves respond. But that's all we need. Somewhere to put aside our stress feelings, even if it's only temporary. Holly laughs and shakes her head at this seemingly childish method. Do you do this frequently? My feet click against the current, and I'm getting shy for some reason. Ha, back then, yeah, that is whenever I managed to find a friend that was down to drive the beach during the ungodly hours. You're really something else, you know that? She leaves the body of water and treks back to the sand, taking a seat. Her eyes look out to the wide, merciless ocean, as if searching for answers to her qualms. To my surprise, she's not begging to go home, and instead absorbs the nature around us at 2 in the morning. The gritty sand wet my feet. Hey Iris, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're playing some Yuri games today. I have a little compilation game, and we're playing some Yuri right now. Hope you're doing well. It's been nice so far. These two are getting closer and closer, even though the owl here with the blue hair is being a bit of a tsundere. The gritty sand sticks to my wet feet as I follow her footsteps to the shore and sit next to her, staring up at the starry sky. Oh, look at them. They're cute. They already did have one accidental kiss earlier in the game, but that was only one time, an accident. But they're still getting closer. Our shoulders bump into each other when I take my seat, but Aoi doesn't flinch when we end up leaning against each other, with the high from earlier already clearly coming to an end. Although neither of us are speaking, the sound is the kind that's comforting and soothing. Just a couple of girls admiring the mesmerizing waves swaying to and fro. Thank you. For what? For bringing me out here for some fresh air. I know it wasn't for me, it's just me using it to go to the beach to relieve my own stress. It doesn't matter. She takes a deep breath to fully immerse herself in the fresh yet salty air. When was the last time she probably went out like this instead of cooping herself up in the room? I forgot what it was like to not think at work at all the time, to be out and enjoy myself. Even watching Patio House and hold candle to sitting here and staring at the virtually nothing. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. It's nothing, really. Just 2 words. Those 2 words with 1 stone. I got to scream into the abyss too, after all. But do let me know if you want to come back here again. I'd love to scream with nothing with you. There's absolutely no need to be put up with such a strong barrier all the time. I'm your housemaid, roommate, and honestly, might as well be your wife if you think about it. I just how it came to mind, but now that I think over what I just said, dressing myself as your wife makes me blush unexpectedly. Hoo hoo. I able to make eye contact with her and pray to God that my red face isn't visible in the darkness. Anyway, I'm here to make for you confinement, so stop keeping this to yourself and scaring the shit out of me by singing in the dark and ungodly hours. Howard doesn't respond and invites the silence back between us again. But after a while out of nowhere, I finally unlock her sad backstory. My mom left my dad when I was 6 years old because all my dad did was work. She made one of the best home-cooked meals, and we actually sat and ate together. I'd be lucky if I can sit together with my dad for an hour for non-business related things nowadays. She continues to look out in the open sea with longing eyes. Her soft voice almost gets drowned out by the very sounds around us. But at the same time, her words are the only thing I can hear. I don't know why she didn't take me with her. How different would my life have been? Maybe she couldn't. Cussy things, perhaps? I haven't seen her since then, and it's been like it'd be a lie if I said don't miss her. But those memories have become so distant now, blurred. But you brought them back with that first meal you made me. Her normally penetrating gaze is now looking at me innocently, like a lost little girl. Our eyes lock onto each other, and I can't seem to look away anywhere else. It's like her eyes are a pair of magnets, pulling me into the deep blue orbs of hers. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Both? She smiles slightly, unsure what she herself meant. Ali breaks a stable eye contact with her we've been holding and looks out the numerous tall and shadowed buildings. As time went by, it became a different feeling. Well, that's good to hear. It's good to hear that I've been giving you a good experience, especially since we started off with a rocky start. She faces me again with a happier look. I'm surprised too. You made me realize a lot of things. Oh, like what? Her head tilts onto her pulled-up knees and arms playfully, cheekily taunting me with suspense. Not telling. Huh? But another story about I have to unlock. Yep. Even with her smug and teasing look, I can only laugh at her and childish antics, and hope that there will come a day when I unlock all her secrets. Her sapphire eyes stay locked on my own chocolate irises. Now it's her turn to interrogate me. Say, what made you want me to become a model? Question takes me by surprise, and I still look up at the sky and think about back to my younger days. Well, I've always admired the beautiful women in magazines ever since I was a kid, and a passion for beauty and modeling just stuck with me for something. I've also always been told I was pretty by my family and friends growing up, so I guess the ego just kept me going. Which I agree with 100%. I'm pretty gorgeous if I do say so myself. I do a sassy hair flip and shoot a smirk at her. Ellie jokingly rolls her eyes and chuckles, but she smiles at that rare smile of hers in the moonlight. You are. The unexpected compliment warms my face as the summer heat hasn't already affected it. To what her gaze, I end up looking down at the tiny grains of sand as the most interesting thing in the world. Hoo-hoo, getting closer, she's complimenting you. Admitting you're pretty and attractive. I shoved my feet a bit in the sand, suddenly feeling nervous with the spotlight on me. I then started getting into makeup and fashion around middle school, and then started modeling a bit during high school secretly for small magazines. And ever since, I was hooked. Even after high school, I ditched college and moved here. I started doing small modeling gigs here and there for friends or for very small companies while working at the convenience store and modeling agency hunting. Now here I am, still without a modeling job or agency that'll accept me. But you don't understand why, because I'm pretty as hell, hot as hell, and with a personality to boot. Yeah, you sure do have a personality, alright. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Anna laughs out loud into the sky and shakes her head. Nothing. I didn't mean anything by it. You yourself are a handful too, you know that. I know that well. Confidence soon dies as we let the waves fill the silence and stargaze for the rest of the night. It's now nearing 3 a.m. The seaside is still quiet as when we got there an hour ago. Just the world is only with us in it. Alex secretly hides a yawn, but I notice and think it's time to go home and get some beauty rest for both of us. It's not often I stay up late nowadays, since it's my day start off early with Allie's day. As much as I like to stay here and even wait for the sunrise, I'm sure the princess over here could fall asleep any minute now. Shall we go home? She rubs her eyes and stretches her arms and legs while laying on our yawn. I gotta say, that always got some nice thighs on her. Just saying. She stands up with a yawn. She stands up in the warmth of my shoulder. The warmth of my shoulder from where she was leaning on is replaced by the breeze. I walks ahead of me as I stare at her, figure slowly becoming farther and farther. Suddenly I wish we just stayed here a tad bit longer. She turns around, wondering why I'm still not leaving yet. What's wrong? Nothing. I gesture steps back to the car and we travel quietly back home. Oh, this is fun. I like this a lot. I leave the lights off as the moonlight is so bright enough to light the way through the house. And we both make a beeline for our rooms, ready to pass out. Thinking back on tonight, I'm surprised Allie even agreed to my plan. And it turned out for the best. She was able to have some fun and I feel like this bonding time has shown me many more sides to this mysterious Allie. It someone gives me a fuzzy feeling knowing that she can trust me more. But then I think that it might be too late already, since I'll be leaving soon. The thought weighs on my heart down, but I try not to think about it and let it ruin the good vibes. We only got 15 days left. Right when I reach the door, Allie's voice rings through the motionless condo. Akane. I turned to look at her, wondering if she had an order for me. Good night. Aw, she's telling her good night. I laughed to myself, having thought it would be something serious, but repeating the formality with a smile. Good night. I closed my door and leaned against lean against it in the dark, thinking back to her good night. What a nice way to end a nice night. I wonder if things weren't so rough at the beginning of our relationship. Would it have been like this from the start? Though without the whole rocky start, I wouldn't have even met her in the first place. But I wish this would last longer. I'm finally appreciating her more. Yet all is ending in 15 days. How unfortunate. There's one thing you can do to make it last longer, Akane. Day 95 at 95. It's the final day. It's the last day. I'm going to be living in this luxurious condo. And the bitter feeling in my heart is still lingering. That's why I don't want to leave. Is it because I've grown too attached to the place? Too used to the luxurious and easy lifestyle? The only reason leaves me sighing and constantly throughout the day. Why are you sighing so much lately? Did you already have it lift a huge way up your shoulders recently? Don't tell me the apartment you found the other day ended up being a no-go. I had another neatly folded shirt to a sack I've been completed so far. No, it's not that. It's just other things. Allie sorts out the freshly laundered clothes and hands in one of her shirts to me. Oh, she's helping this time. How nice. How homely. You can tell me about it if you want. Is it about getting a job? No, it's just... There's no way I can tell her about my confused feelings towards leaving this place. What do you think I don't want to leave because I want to mooch off her and that I'm using her? I don't want her to hate me. To stay away from talking about my unknown emotions, I turn the spotlight to her and switch topic. You're gonna be leaving extra early tomorrow for work tomorrow, right? Yeah, I had to prepare for a big presentation. And thanks to that, I won't be able to send you off. Don't be sappy, it's whatever. I say it's whatever, but it does make me feel rather disheartened. But I mean, I can technically call out for her lunch or dinner at any time, isn't that right? I have to remind myself that it is a permanent goodbye. Though knowing how busy she is, it might as well be. Oh, and remind her to give me back the key fob. She shakes her head lightly while concentrating on sorting the clothes. Just keep it. Are you for real? Why do I keep it? Just keep it. Since she's so adamant on me holding on to it, I dropped the issue. Oh, she invited me to stay, inadvertently. Come on. Owie. Well, then don't mind if I borrow your place for house parties. Let me know ahead of time so I can install soundproofing walls in my room. Wait a minute, that means I actually can? No. That's what I thought. We both go to the foolish banter, only to be interrupted by my phone going off. The note shows on the caller ID doesn't look familiar, but I pick it up anyway. Hello? Hello, is this Tanaka Akane? Yes, who is this? This is Haibara from Yuri Model Management, and I'm here to congratulate you on successfully being chosen as our next new talent. Yuri Modeling, We'd like to start next week at 10 a.m. to get all the paperwork and formalities out of the way. If you have any questions, feel free to call this number again during regular office hours. We're pleased to have you on board. Can't believe my ears. I thought I got hired? Am I hallucinating? I can start my dream career? My heart's pounding so hard I can hear it in my ears, but I quickly thank the caller. Yes, thank you so much! Thank you! Caller hangs up and I jump on bounce in glee, even going so far as to pounce on Aoi and give her a big hug. Huh? I got the job, I'm a modeling agent, a model! Oh! Really, congratulations! feel the tears of joy welling up in my eyes as I continue hugging Allie out of ecstasy. This all could very well be the fever dream, but whether it's not, I'm going to make it live it out to the end. After years of searching and interviews, I'm finally been accepted, and my dream career is officially going to start. If all goes well, I would even need to look for a job, work at a convenience store ever again. The honest possibilities running around through my head to stop when Allie breaks my train of thought. Akane, you're hugging a bit too tight. I come back to the Earth Mills, I'm still tightly latching onto Allie. Sorry. How my delight can't fully stop, and I'm jumping up and down and twirling in glee. I stare at my phone some more, not believing that my life is finally taking a step forward. Probably going grinning from ear to ear like an idiot, but frankly, I can't care. For the past 6 years, I've been waiting and waiting to the point of almost giving up. And now I don't have to wait any longer. The ocean roaring inside me causing me to cheer up as I think back to the arduous journey here. At this point, I don't know if I'm laughing or crying. I don't know what I did right, but I'm finally thriving for once. Ellie pats me on the back and congratulates me once again. Congratulations on your modeling debut. She sports a kind and gentle expression, adding to the type of warmth alongside the roller coaster I'm experiencing on the side. Thank you. Honestly, I feel like you're some sort of lucky. Our face rally gets interrupted as the entrance door suddenly beeps once and followed by the sound of a stranger entering. My eyes are wide, not knowing who in the world could have access to that condo. Is it a robber? How did you manage to get up in here? The happiness I was feeling just seconds ago instantly evolves into terror, and turned to Allie asking my eyes for what to do in the alarming situation. Yet Allie's face is nowhere near scared. In fact, she's as calm as ever. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Pardon the intrusion. And another voice reverberates through the house, and a fashionable woman appears before us. Hello. Her olive green short hair is kept neatly stylish, and she's clad in a casual blazer and a loose tank top and shorts. She's visibly tall with the boyish features, and each step of hers exudes a confident aura that can no doubt make anyone fall for her. Do rubbers always look this pretty? Allie-chan! The stranger runs up to Allie and gives her a big squeeze, excited to see her. Question marks are flying all over my head as I blink in confusion, not getting the memo. The woman in question finally turns her head to me and studies me. Oh, is this the little kitten you picked up? She's a beautiful one. Little kitten? Ahem. I've been so interesting to us to each other, but I'm still left in the dark as to why I didn't know we were a second guest. Midori, this is Tanaka Akane. Akane Mikawa Midori. She's a cousin that I mentioned a while back. Oh, cousin. I forgot she was coming over today to deliver some work documents. Sorry for the shock. Oh, come on. Am I that forgettable to you, my dearest Aoi-chan? Or is it because you've been too distracted with your new plaything? Shut it, you. Cousin. She mentioned a cousin before. Oh, yes, the cousin that told her to move with the moving company for the experience. Now I get a look at her. She does seem to have to feel the go with the wind takes you type. And nice to meet you, Mikawa Midoriya. Just Midori's fine. Midori circles around me and surveys me from head to toe. But say, Aoi she just looks gorgeous as she does in her pictures. And wraps her arm around my shoulder and casually towards my hair, sending shivers down my spine. Ooh. If I'd known, I would come and visit you every day just to see this beauty. A budding model, was it? Yes. Aoi-chan told me so much about you. She's been talking about Akane? Really? Close to that's thrust upon me without warning, causing me to blush while her sweet musky perfume dizzy me with intoxication. Would you by chance be single? You can't possibly be with that cute face of yours. I am, actually. How interesting. Oh, I wonder, do you take private modeling bookings? I'd love to book a session with you. Oh my, whew. Having a tongue, licking your lips and everything. Of course, being so close to my ears makes me quiver for some reason, with each word sailing my senses like as a travel junkie into me, and always looking pissed. The idea of a private modeling session catches me off guard, and I gulp nervously while blushing excessively, knowing full well what she means. Next to Midori, I completely forgot that Aoi is still here with us, and until she rips her flirtatious cousin away from me angrily. Stop that, you're making me feel uncomfortable. Midori laughs heartily and apologizes, with her hands up in the air like she got caught by the police. Huh, sorry, I wasn't making you uncomfortable. No, not at all. In fact, please keep going. I don't play no, but I wasn't exactly comfortable either, though not necessarily in a bad way. See, she wasn't uncomfortable. Midori smirks triumphantly at Allie, in which she replies with an unamused squint. You can't blame me though, can you? She's a cutie. I don't know how you were able to keep your hands off her. The flow of compliments keep increasing in the high temperature of my face, to the point where I can even feel the heat in my ears. Now that I want, now I entertain the idea of having to work for Midori instead of Aoi. I definitely want to still be doing labor, except in a different kind of way. Ooh la la. I mentally shake my head and to get the electrifying thoughts out of my mind and pay attention to the matters at hand. Midori then starts examining the whole condo from top to bottom, admiring my cleaning job. I got close to whisper Aoi, fearing Midori might hear me talking about her. Do you give your key to your place to just anyone? No, I only go to people I highly trust, and shockingly, Midori is one of the only people that I do. Though sometimes I wish I didn't. Oh, but she deeply trusts you. Oh, that's nice. Well, Akane-chan, you did a hell of a good job making this place look not like a pig pen. It's changed so drastically that in comparison to when the last time I was here. Aoi's eyebrows are scrunched between her fists and her fists are tightened at her side, visibly upset at Crescent's longer than anticipated stay. Can you just stay, handle the documents, and be on your way? Alright. Midori hands her a beige envelope from her bag, and Aoi opens it quickly to scan it. But I'm surprised I didn't fall in love with Akane-chan here. She cooks for you, cleans for you, and what was it about that one time you told me about? Right, she delivered your forgotten lunch to you and all. If that's not perfect candidate, I don't know what is. She's got a point, Aoi-san. Come on. Aoi's face bursts into redness as she raises her voice unnaturally to deny any obligations in a fit of panic. Of course, there's no way I'd be able to fall in love with her. She's nagging and she can be so annoying sometimes. Not to mention she's undoubtedly not my type at all. Ah, here we go. With these moments, huh? She's gonna get all offended from it, and then she's gonna be all mopey, blah blah. The relationship between us is really just employer-employee. Nothing more. She's just a random stranger I forced her to work for me in order to pay off the damn sheet into my clothes. It was 2 words, 1 stone, and that's it. Here we go. As if my heart was on a roller coaster, the deadly drop at the cart falls steeply, but keeps growing lower and lower, soon to crash and decimate onto the floor. My day went from joyful to petrified to miserable in a matter of less than 10 minutes. I dare not look at her fear that I might punch her in the face. After all that we've been through, was I the only one that thought we were getting closer? Oh, god damn it, game! Can we just not have these moments? Like, come on, like, obviously she's panicking with her words and whatnot, like, ugh. We spent 3 months with her, you think we know her more to take this sort of outburst as seriously? What happened to being friends? Was it all just one-sided the entire time? Yet at the same time, the feeling of sorrow overpowers this feeling of wrath, leaving my thoughts all jumbled. Though what was I expecting? What was I hoping for from her? For her to jump out and say she'd fall in love with me? It's crazy. What is this mess of feelings I'm going through right now? Aoi's ringtone sounds and she grabs her phone from the coffee table. I had to take this. She rolls in through her room, leaving me with Midori in her living room, which feels a lot emptier than has ever been. I try my best to suppress the rising emotions inside of me by trying to take care of the guests. Do you want a glass of water? I'll get you one. I feel like I'm the one who needs to get a glass of water to cool down. I ran to the kitchen to pour her a drink and hear her footsteps walk up near me. You know she didn't mean all that, right? I feel Midori's voice has shifted from a flamboyant energy to a more serious mood. It doesn't matter to me. I'm leaving tomorrow. And if I do keep in touch, I feel like she'd be way too busy to even keep in contact. We'd just be strangers again, which I guess is what she've always been, somehow. I handed her a glass of water and leaned against the kitchen counter with arms crossed. I feel like I'm confronting myself more than answering Midori with these responses. Why am I so frustrated? If this was day 1, I would have been completely fine with it. Yeah, I'm here in anguish over her harsh words. Why? We're just friends, roommates, makeshift maid and employer, strangers. So why? Do you have feelings for Aoi? What? My voice unknowingly raises a bizarre inquiry, causing Midori to flinch a little. Feelings for Aoi? There's no way, but at the very mention of liking Aoi, my heart begins to race. I squeeze my fist and stare at the floor, trying to calm the heartbeats down, but to no avail. I think I might just grab a knife and stab a knife through my heart to stop the rampant beating. No. If she can't even think about falling in love with me, then neither can I. There's no way. We're both girls anyway. Even though Midori was just flirting with the hell out of you. Like, come on. Girls can have feelings for other girls, too. Can't believe I uttered that most cliche misconception ever, even if I was in a state of fury. I know. Midori crosses her arms, but relaxes a bit, drinking her water. Well, just so you know, she truly before Midori can finish her sentence, our room door swings open and she looks around at for us. She runs into the kitchen with her arms crossed, suspiciously eyeing Midori. Did I miss anything? Nope, not at all. She flashes a cheeky smile at Allie, raising her own suspicion even more. Yuri puts the glass down and turns back to me to resume our conversation. Allie grabs her attention again, though, before Midori can say a word to me. Also, why are you still here? Don't you have better things to do than annoy your cousin? Why do I want to leave when I can enjoy the Akane right here? She gestures to her head to my direction and looks at me with a cheeky smile. You best bet I'll be coming over more often. I won't bet on it because she's leaving tomorrow. Then I'll no reason for me to stay longer today, no? And as abashed as she makes me, I'll be glad to for stay as long as possible to dissipate the unknown feeling rampaging inside me. But I guess it's time to make my way back. Midori wanders to the entranceway and passes me with a smart wink. I'll be taking my leave, little kitten. She turns back to Allie and waves goodbye before disappearing out the door. Midori never finishes her sentence. I shake my head slightly to snap out of the bad mood and return to the folding clothes. As soon as Allie sits down next to me, I'm immediately flinch and freeze up. I only want to see her right now, or I'm afraid I'll just start a fight. You don't need help anymore. I'm fine on my own. I'll just pack. You can go back to her room. Are you sure? Yeah. I feel the anger boiling again, and I pray that she leaves before it boils over. Ah, come on. We really gotta have a breakup arc in this. It's a one-shot story. Thankfully, she leaves without uttering a word back to their den. As soon as she disappears in her room, I continue folding the clothes thoughtfully, still thinking about her words earlier. It feels bad, and I don't know what to think about it. I don't want to think about it. But I can't stop thinking about it. Later that night, the remaining hours left in the condo end up being weird, with me replaying the one-word answers, replying with only one-word answers, and sometimes eating nothing. I'm sure I always caught into my sullen mood, but I'm not too certain she knows why. Because of my lack of responses, she becomes fed up in the silent treatment. Always sits me next to me on the couch and confronts me about my attitude. Okay, what's going on? You're acting strange. I finish scrolling through my phone next to her without reply without making eye contact. Nothing. You're lying. It's nothing, so just go sleep, will you? The volume of my voice raises a tad higher than I intended, but I continue with the act. There's been no silence, and I hold myself back from checking Allie's expression, but by staying fixed on my phone, even though I'm not paying any attention to what's on the screen at all. Then, good night. Ah, come on, girls, Akane. Without another word, Allie dejectedly retreats to her room, with footsteps dragging behind her. When her clicked the door closed, I put my phone down and assessed my own behavior. Is this attitude of Allie really justified? Because I feel like I like absolute shit. These girls. I wake up to an empty house. Remember that Allie already left for work hours ago. Lures don't come till 10 a.m., so I let myself sleep without worrying about needing to make breakfast and lunch for a certain someone. Piece of paper left on the kitchen counter from Allie. I unfortunately recall last night's sour mood. I told my brother to drop you off at your new place when the movies are done packing. Oh wow. And I can't feel bad for last night. I leave the note there and proceed to eat some onigiri from the fridge so I don't need to take out my pans. And around the dot at 10 a.m., the movers come and do their thing. As expected, their professionalism is unmatched, moving boxes proficiently and quickly. So as to not get in the way, I mainly stay on the couch and watch while we browsing social media. Thanks to their promptness, they managed to finish less than an hour, mainly because I don't have much stuff anyway. They start packing the protected layers of company branded boards and cloths on the floor, and I noticed the closed room near the kitchen. I hesitated before entering, but I still had to return a credit card. I turned the handle, and a surprisingly clean room welcomed me. She cleaned up. She cleaned the rest of her room. Her walk-in closet is still kind of messy, but I won't dock points off that. But what catches my attention is that her desk appears especially neat, even with piles of documents and folders. So it seems she did her homework. Interesting. I leave her credit card on the table and leave everything else as it was when I walked in. When I made my way back to the living room, I looked around the condo from the entrance hall. I'll definitely miss this place. It's okay. When I'm back, when I'll become a famous model, I'll earn big bucks and get myself being placed just like this. Though somewhere deep inside, it tells me that it's not the condo that I'll miss most. I sigh and exit the door after a one last glance, and head down to where the butler was on his waiting. 2.5 weeks later. Yes, that's just like that. Another one post, please. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. A few more, look over here, please. Stunning! The blank flashes ceased, and the photographer and I gathered around the monitor to take a look at the photos. Each photo managed to capture all my good sides, and they all turned out pretty super well. I'm sure it'll look even better once it's edited and published. There's still small gigs, but I still just have to continue getting my name out there and doing my best. Okay, it's a wrap. Thank you all so much for your hard work. Thank you for the hard work. Make sure to thank all the staff and with a bow, and I heard to change out of the clothes. My manager appears with me and after changing and relays my schedule for the week. You have another shoot coming up the day after tomorrow, so you're free to take a break until then. Akane, you're on a roll. Keep it up. In no time, I'm sure I'll easily find you better opportunities in the future. It's been approximately 2.5 weeks since the day I moved out from Ali's place. Since then, I've been thriving and living in my own life while I'm finding jobs easily coming in thanks to my trusty manager. I'm certainly a lot busier than before acting as a housewife, but life is much more colorful and interesting, albeit more stressful. But no matter how hard I try to keep her in my mind, I can't help but think about and worry about Ali. Thoughts like, is she eating properly? Is she cleaning her place properly? Did she shrink her shirt because she threw it in the dryer instead of hang drying it? Keep living in my head rent-free and I don't even know why. Because you like her. We haven't even messaged each other online ever since I left. She's probably just busy, and I'd be nice if she could reach out just once. Though with how I treated her that day, I'm not surprised she hadn't reached out. No, she's no concern anymore. Stop thinking about her. Stop my cheeks and snap out of it. She doesn't need you anymore, Akane. Akane, you're getting in the car or what? Oh, coming. These girls. Not a bad place, though. Got a nice little TV. The door opens with a click, and I turn on the lights to my small apartment that's reminiscent of my old one. I throw my bag onto the bed and my dresser, and go to my dresser to remove my earrings and place them neatly in the top drawer. A big black circular shape catches my eyes. I'm about to push the drawer closed. I take out the key fob that Ali told me to keep and stare at it while all the memories of my time there flood back. I subconsciously let out a sigh and flop it onto my bed while examining the key fob. Why did she want me to keep it anyway? I had no use for this anymore. I'd throw it out, but that'd be pretty irresponsible of me. Would someone be able to trace it back to Ali's place? It's so dangerous. My fingers play around the metal ring on it, and I think back to that day. Of course not. There's no way I'd be able to fall in love with her. She's nagging and can be so annoying at times. Not to mention she's undoubtedly not my type at all. The relationship between us is just employer-employee. Nothing more. She's a random stranger I forced to work with me in order to pay off the damages to my clothes. Those 2 words, 1 stone. That's it. I remember the Lou emotions rushing inside of me when that happened. Now that I think back to that with a clearer mind, it was a mixture of anger, frustration, disappointment, confusion, probably everything negative. But remembering the scene again surprisingly doesn't make me as angry or frustrated anymore. Just sad. When I think about it now, it actually seemed like a very Ali thing to do. Bursting out with her crass attitude and whatnot. It's reminiscent of when I first met her. I can't help but chuckle a bit as I called it spilling coffee on her entire outfit. Holding out the key fob drops on the soft bed as I scrounged through my bag for a phone. I was named on my line at chat list has lowered to the bottom after weeks of not messaging. I opened our chat line and hope it was because I missed the messages. The last thing is just that her 3-week-old message telling me how she dreaded the big presentation she had to do. My finger hovers over the digital keyboard, wanting to reach out. Hey, it's been a while. How are you? Backspace and clear the input field. So, how are you faring without me? Backspace again. I still have your housekeeper if you want to give it back. I end up deleting the whole words again before I even finish the message. Another huge sigh again, and I look to my hand that's still holding onto the key fob. It's just taking up space. I really should return this, whether she likes it or not. But is she even home? Clock on my phone reads 6:48 p.m. She should be home by now. Do I want to return it right now? But if she's not home, I'd feel like a fool for not even trying if she isn't. I might go back to the key fob that's resting on my palm and bear holes into it with a long stare. Come on, Akane. Fuck it. Yeah, that's right, girl. Fuck it all. I grab my bag and go from my bed and confidently walk out to the door I came through 10 minutes ago. Let's go see our girl. See if she made the place messy again in the 2 weeks we've been gone. Coming up here feels like a second nature to me as I practically memorize each and every step. I stand before the big door and prepare myself to see Ao again. Would she scold me for coming back without notice? Or will she hug me while crying, saying she misses my cooking? Fat chance that would happen. I still remember the stiff atmosphere and cold response I gave out during the last half of the day I moved out. Was I being too petty? Why was I mad anyway? That attitude was totally something to be expected of Aoi. So why did I expect anything different? I pushed the old thoughts in my mind, take a deep breath before ringing the intercom. I at least had the common sense not to waltz in there and if do have the key. How the door doesn't open? Is she not home? I waited for 30 minutes. Nothing. It's wasting the time. I really am a fool. Oh, wait. I go to leave, but the door finally opens, revealing the distraught-looking Aoi calling out to me. Come in. Oh, here we go. And it's a mess again! It's been 2 weeks! Here they are, hopeless. The familiar beep signals that the door the familiar beep that signals that the door is automatically locked, and I venture into the living room. But I only need a close look to see a huge mess that it is. Take out cartons and delivery bags once again strewn across the dinner table, while closing papers line the floor and couch. Seeing the state of how it looks is now silly gives me a deja vu and flashbacks to the very first day. Not as bad as it was, but it's clear today that there's no cleaning done at all since I was gone. Wow, you... Honestly, I have no words. I know. Her words sound almost empty. Not a hint of anger, not sarcasm. No hint of sarcasm, no hint of joy. I take a close look at her and can see some dark eye circles. Now more she might be in a big slump again. I continue to quickly inspect the condo and peculiarity as I pass by her room. I notice that her desk is neat and tidy, despite the fact that everything else is not. No, but she keeps her desk clean. Oh. Anyway, I just came to give you back your condo key fob. I don't need it anymore, and it's taking up space. Eyes open wide and with a slight amount of interest as she watches the key fob dangle from my fingers. No, keep it. What? Why? There's no point in me keeping it. Just keep it. Having enough of a crazy farce, I ignore her request and put the key fob down on the nearby console table nearby, and I start my walk up my home with my mission completed. Before I can take another step, Ellie latches on my wrist and prevents me from leaving. Stay! Stay, please. Oh. Ellie's looking down at the floor with a shadow cast over her eyes. I know I blurted out some trashy stuff that one time when Midori was here, and I still feel horrible about it. She looks at me with shining yet pitiful eyes as she holds her gaze, albeit shakingly. I really didn't mean it. I was afraid and insecure. I panicked. I don't know. But what I do know is that I said some awful things that I want to take back, and let you know that that's not how I feel with you at all. I said other things on impulse, and at that moment, I didn't even think about how rude and disrespectful they were. You've done so much more and endured so much from me. You helped me when I needed the most. Until I started living with you, I never truly knew what loneliness felt like, and now I can't stand it anymore. And what's worse is that I don't even think I could be anyone. It could be anyone else that I can fill that whole void. You're just someone I hired, not just someone I hired anymore. You've done so much more. And I know I sound pathetic right now, and you might not even care, but you are important to me. I need you. Not because I need you to cook or clean or anything else. You're more than that to me, so I don't want to become strangers again. Because... Lips start moving and her grip tightens while tears are forming. Her gaze now unable to stay on mine. I keep my guard up and seal myself before wanting to hug her and tell her that everything's okay. I gave her some time to finish her sentence, but I don't have all day. After another minute of silence, I decide to officially leave. Sorry, I've gotta go. Akane, what are you doing? With a heavy heart and heavy steps, I pull my hand away from hers, while she surprisingly releases with no resistance. I approach the door and reach for the handle, but her faint and hushed words behind me bring my feet to a hard break. Because I've fallen in love with you! My hands that are on the route to the door handle staying still in midair, in astonishment at her sudden confession. Did I hear that correctly? My head turns around to see if there's a crew production staff with a camera still telling me it's a prank. Except all I see is Ellie clasped on her knees, and she'll hunch over her face, hidden in their hands sobbing softly. Seeing her crying in the middle of the room creates a pang of pain in my chest. She looks so lonely. Some of the bit of resentment in me for Ellie has magically disappeared in a snap of a finger. The vulnerability in her voice makes all claims to her believability and makes me think it was all just an idiotic misunderstanding between us two. It's such an Allie thing to do. My feet mysteriously bring me back to Allie and where Allie is. I kneel down with her, as it's nearly impossible for me to not comfort her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for liking you. I don't know why you hate me, but I can't control these feelings anymore. Midori was right. How could I have not fallen in love with you? But if I showed it or told you, I was afraid you'd be weirded out and leave me. That's why I panicked and said those things to try and deny it. I wasn't thinking. My hands only caress and rub her arms and calm her. And she clings onto my shirt tightly, that's all the while hiding her flooding eyes by keeping her head down. I was afraid you despised me after the day I said all those things. I wanted to reach out to you an entire time, but I couldn't bring myself to say anything after realizing the things I said. But I can't keep it anymore. I miss you too much. Just please don't hate me, please. Her sobbing is quiet, but it's the only thing I hear as it woefully resonates in the dead silent condo. The mumbled explanation lingers in my ears, causing a mixture of feelings to swirl inside of me. It's finally making me realize what this blurred and puzzling feeling that I've had all along is, and why it hurt a lot when I settled those things that day. It's so clear now that the resentment isn't actually there anymore. It's just an excuse for me to hate her, and after the day, to protect myself from getting hurt. There's no way I could have truly hated her, because I also, deep down, have grown to harbor romantic feelings. The crying has held down, and only tiny post-crying hiccups emit from her. Ellie. Just from one word, I can feel her body tense up on her breathing stops. She's still reluctant to look at me even after I call her name. Though I can't blame her, Ellie probably has no idea what's going to happen next. But there's one thing that she knows by now, is that I'm a hell spontaneous. Woo! Let's go! Woo! I cup her with tears-stained face with my hands and bring her lips to mine, hopefully solving all her worries with questions. Her face is warm in my hands and from crying, and now the huge blush falling on her face adds to the heat. My lips remember the softness of hers from our very first accidental kiss, and Mary flushes back, making me conscious of my impulsive action. But this kiss is light years different from that one. What was an actual harsh impact last time is now a more natural and delicate touch. Butterflies are appearing and floating in my stomach, flooding in my heart, increasing my heart rate. I didn't know I craved this feeling until now. It's been so long since I felt like this. When we part, I see Allie in total shock, and her mouth forms an O shape, not believing what just happened. Akane? What? She looks like she just got transferred to another world, hoping I bring her back to Earth. Why did you... Her voice is hoarse and quiet, sounding like she's about to break any second. Because apparently I like you too. But since when? I don't know. That isn't a lie, so to say. I can't pinpoint when it started. But I do know that it slowly grew bigger and bigger without my permission. You're not just kissing me out of pity? Why would I kiss you because of that? I'm not that mean. You're the mean one, remember? Remember how I'm unimportant to you and how we've been just employer-employee and nothing more? Even in times like these, I can't help but teasing bash at her and her previously regretted words. Stop it, I told you I didn't mean that. Huh, I know, I'm just joking with you. She pounced on me and hugged me tightly with her chin resting on my shoulders. Ah! Now she's hugging us. Oh. Damn, you really miss me that much, huh? And do you have a problem with that? It's a barely audible grumble, but I can still hear Cinderella's sides oozing out. I hug her back, and the affectionate embrace feels great after weeks of Aoi deprivation. We talk that on the floor for a while until she pushes me away and looks back at me with fiery eyes. Move back in with me, now. Oh, I can't do that. My lease isn't up for another 2 months. I'll give them the fast-forward lease. I don't know if that works that way. Al gives me her best thinking face that turns to a beaming smile. She stands up, towering above me with that same somewhat evil-looking smile she first gave me some months ago. I, Mikao Aoi, hereby rehire you as my maid, where you'll stay here for at least 3 nights a week, cooking, cleaning, and more importantly, spending time with me. But what about our modeling job? ... Huh? In the end, Ellie makes us rules as she has me wrapped around her finger with bizarre proposals. I can already tell the days from now on will be far more hectic than it used to be. But I won't mind. After all, this time I'll be playing along. Not because I have to, but because I want to. Not for a stranger due to me spoiling her clothes and coffee, but for Aoi. Yay! Yay! That was so nice. 1 month later. I thought I can't move back with Aoi because of my apartment lease. My duty as an unofficial maid require me to visit multiple times a week when I can. And today is the day when I give her the most exciting gift she'll ever get. Just as planned, I arrive at her place before she gets to her home and start preparing. I just last pull on the back to secure the whole outfit in place. Outfit? outfit? I've been waiting for weeks for this to arrive, and I've been extra careful to caution not to spill the secret alley. She should be back any moment now, so I start getting ready to be on standby and surprise her when she walks in through the house those doors. Oh, I'm so excited to finally do this. Speak of the devil, the door opens and through it comes a tired-looking alley. She looks down and she takes off her shoes and changes her house slippers, unaware of me standing right there. Tadaima. Let's go! Let's go! Welcome home. Would you like a dinner, a bath, or me? Watashi? Her head automatically shoots up and meets me eye to eye, and then soon travels up and down my risque gift to her. What in the world are you wearing? Do you like it? I bought it just for you, you know. Anyway, cover yourself up, please. Oh, you're not even appreciating my efforts. I went through hoops to plan this out. I sat even close to her and take advantage of the open chest design. I hug her tightly, making sure my breasts are pushing up against hers and letting her fully take in the image. She seizes and becomes stiff as a board with her eyes still on my revealed cleavage. And boy, is there quite a bit of it. It does not show much on her normal sprite. Woohoo! It's not that often people get to see my amazing body up close. Well, aside from maybe my bikini photo shoots, but that's beside the point. You should be grateful that you're the only one who gets to this treatment. But, who knew you were actually this strong? I totally didn't expect you this at all. Freight is priceless. Maybe I should do this more often, but with different outfits. I love the surprise. Wait, Allie, a nosebleed. You're having a nosebleed. Tissue. She got a nosebleed. Let's go. That was great. The maid outfit plan ends up being a semi-failure, but I'm sure Allie enjoyed the view as much as she could. Wearing the albeit skimpy outfit makes me think back to the day I became her maid, and how our relationship advanced since then. Maybe meeting Allie on that day really was a lucky thing for me. Luckily, looking at her like this, like in this outfit, casual outfit, she does not at all look like she has that large of a chest, but hey, I'm not complaining at all. Meeting her finally ended my curse of never-ending interviews and applications rejections after all. You knew the price to pay was her favorite outfit. That's a trivial matter now. The debt is fully paid. My online career is in full motion, and I have though still quite soon to a girlfriend. All thanks to me spilling coffee on her. That was a great story. Hey, there it is. Thank you for playing. Click the mouse wheel or H to hide the display box. Oh, click again for the box to appear in the game and finish the game. Yes, we will read this. I always read it afterwards. Hello, it's Team ANPIM. And thanks for reaching the end. This dear story is kind of a reminiscent of our previous game. I can't believe the most popular girl in school is a lesbian, just like me. What with a long light novel-esque title and more adventurous storyline. Fun fact, a lot of things inspired different aspects of this year's game. Akane's continuous stream of interviews and her modeling dream actually come from the one and only Seina-san from the very first season of Terrence House, which Patio House is based off of. Random, I know, which we also have some fun with their names. As we end up with Tanaka Akane and Mikao Aoi, simply because of how the kanji for the first name the last name look. Akane's last name has more of a square-ish look, resembling her plaid shirt. Oh, I guess so, yeah. I will say that she does look good. She does look good in plaid. Us lesbians gotta have our plaid shirt somewhere, flannel, at least one. And always only has lines resembling her striped suit. So it does. And of course, their names can be read as red or blue, respectively. Opposites attract, am I right? We also felt like this year's game was an amalgamation of sort of previous games. The hair celebs trope, from salt to sugar, outrageous proposals, most popular girl in school, becoming the loner's best friend, one lonesome, and adult characters, secret sanitation, plus love goes toward love. Though I thought that was an interesting observation, lol. We've also added a news credits page where you can find the exact link to any of the BGM used. Oh, nice. I'll definitely be checking that out. The music in here has been great. People have asked about the songs used and thought this would be an easy way for people to find them. Anyway, once again, do please share this visual Connect novel and comment if you liked it. I can't thank you enough to those who helped who help spread our games to their friends and recommend it to all those Yuri lovers. It brings us joy when people love our games, especially when they reach especially when they're all really budget and short visual connect novels. Until next time. I should also say that this game is if I didn't say it before, like earlier on, actually you were here for it, Iris, but this is a free game you can download on Steam for free, and it's a compilation of 4 different stories. This is just the first one I did. So yeah, there's plenty more to experience with this. But yes, words from the CEO now. Hello, this is Udon here. Thank you again for reading until the end, and I really hope you like this one. I'm actually quite proud of this one. To be honest though, I didn't think this story would have worked a lot better in manga form, seeing that there was a whole 95 days to cover that we didn't. Unfortunately, of course, due to time constraints, only a few days were shown out of the 95, but I really tried to make it seem like it wasn't going too fast. No, I think the pacing was fine in this. The pacing was pretty well, especially for 95 days spanning across those like scenes and whatnot. I hope you understand. I think it would have worked really well if it was a manga webtoon or even a longer visual novel. Speaking of time restraints, though, I tried to work on this game a lot earlier than the start of the Yuri Game Jam. Thanks to this year's new rule addition of allowing us to work on our games earlier, I allotted 2 months' time in the summer to work on it instead of starting when the Game Jam started. I worked on the game in July and August, and that was the best decision ever. That gave me more time to work on the VN without stressing over school, plus the game, letting me do a whole 5 CGs for this game. I so procrastinated while writing this due to summer. I'm writing this afterward in November, and school has been actually killing me, and there would have been absolutely no way for me to have worked on a game all while in school. So I'm super grateful for this new rule, and felt less guilty about starting earlier. Also, it seems like I just want to rant in school and every afterward. Well, I'm graduating soon, so hopefully no more school rants. As for our next game, yes, yes, it'll finally be a long-awaited Kaide spin-off, the story you all been waiting for. But since you guys have been waiting for so long, I feel like I have to make it really good, or I will be disappointed, lol. Anyway, next game will be Kaide for sure, so please look forward to that. As for those who don't know who Kaide is, she is a character from Salt to Sugar, and people really loved her and wanted her own spin-off. I actually kind of miss writing her a high school setting, so it'd be a nice change of pace again. And there I go. And that was my dream, is to be a model, not a maid. But hey, we got both in the end. What a fun game. That was a lot of fun. We got the CGs here. Their accidental kiss. A little cropped awkwardly, but... Oh, ah. Ah. Nice. Down there on the beach. This is a really fun story. Very nice. Only took about 2.5 hours to get through. Not a bad length at all. Kiss. And then, of course, this one again. This is a lot of fun. Definitely gonna be playing the other story for this as well. We got 3 more stories, but this is a great way to start.